Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, animals of all ages. Welcome to Simsational TV with your host, Zach O'Reilly, for tonight's broadcast of AK Racing's V8 Supercar Series. And I'll tell you what, this is a series to get down and watch. Get your cuppers and your biscuits and just sit back and relax in those lounge chairs on the idiot box and enjoy what's going to happen tonight, because we are here for round 6 of this championship, and boy, by jingos, it is heating up out there in the points department, and we've got some cracking racing tonight. 3 races in actual fact, and there's a sprint to start. We've got a medium length race in the middle, and then a long one to finish, so full of action, full of excitement, and it's all here for you on Simsational TV as well. And I'll tell you what, the boys out there, they've had to put some practice in this round. It hasn't been easy. Hasn't been easy by any stretch of the imagination. And I think with that, you'll see a lot of guys coming unstuck here on some certain turns and corners and whatnot. We've got some sticky barriers. We've got off-cambered, on-cambered corners. It may look simple, the old Calder Park track, but I'll tell you what, it's far from it. And we're looking at some beautiful, beautiful liveried cars here. Shaggy Smith's Mercedes-Benz E63, the OP car, as everyone likes to call it. And he's circulating around at the moment. Alex McEwen's in here. Brandon Pierce is in here, Shaggy Smith's teammate. One of the Volvo boys has already found the grass. There you go. That's going to be how hard it is tonight, ladies and gentlemen, if you've seen anything there. Scotty Garrick from Pro Sim Centre lining up with us all here. It's on like Donkey Kong tonight, I'll tell you that much. And everyone's sort of having a good crack around here at AK Racing. And without these guys, I'll tell you what, it wouldn't be possible. And that is the AK Racing donors. So we would... here at Simsational TV and AK Racing, I'd like to thank everyone on this list that you can see here. Matthew Richards, Risky Pierce, Lachlan Grant, Chris Pickney, Andrew Ferguson, Schmerley, Snooks, McIntosh and Waters all donate kindly. So we really appreciate you guys here for us tonight. Calder Park itself is a bit of a funny one. It's obviously a interesting circuit, newly revamped, and the old Turn 7 is now a reconfigured circuit. We've seen that for a couple of years now, but this is a race tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Qualifying for 12 minutes coming up after a briefing in between sessions here. Race 1 is an 8-lap sprint. That is going to be exciting. That's whoever finishes where in qualifying will be your grid. 18 laps for race 2. You have to start on mandatory super softs, so don't get too ahead of yourself, ladies and gentlemen, think it's going to be a boring old soft race. It's going to be super soft to start for everyone in sundry to even out the playing field. And then the last race of the night, race 3, is our 29-lapper, and you have to start on the softs, so it's going to be interesting. And in saying that, it's a reverse top 10, so by jingo, by crikey, it's all going to be on here. Top speed of 271 Ks. Fastest person in practice is yourself kindly here, 144.872. Just getting amongst it there for a couple of laps around here, so I can get my taste of racing back after heading to the commentary box and retiring so far. But 5.278 kilometres, 14 turns here at Calder Park, and I'll tell you what, look at the pace difference between us and Formula 1. 1 minute 19.813 by Charles Leclerc. That won't be beaten in a long time because Formula 1's getting shorter, but nonetheless, it doesn't make any difference because here at V8 Supercar Land, the V8s sound better than the Formula 1s, and that is all we care about. That's for sure. So you're in for a good one tonight. Free practice is up. Nick Mello is on top, 145.3. Harley Marshall behind him, 145.840. We'll get to the standings after qualifying, ladies and gentlemen, to show you where we're at. Brandon Pierce, 146 dead, basically. Marsden, Ferguson, Garrett, Graham, McEwen, Smith, Elliott. Fallon is a new racer here, ladies and gentlemen. Looking excited to see here. He's going to be named by Jimmy tonight. His skin will be in the qualifying circuit. Don't worry about that in the Mustang. Jimmy Fallon's long-lost stepchild is sitting here in the grid as well. Ryan Nielsen too, good to see a new one around. Jesse Marshall, Harley Marshall's brother. Bradsky Turby's back in the following as well, which is good to see. Our mate Clayton Waters have all exited the server of these gentlemen here. Pascal Hine has entered the server. Matthew Cotter is here too, both Centre Defend Motorsport guys. But it's going to be a good one tonight. Can't wait to have you along here. It's going to be a little bit of a hiatus between here and qualifying, so probably about a 15-minute break. So if you are sitting around waiting for the qualifying screen to change, please go and do something while that is happening. Maybe do the dishes after dinner or something useful in the house. Keep the wives happy, keep your husbands happy, keep whatever is in the house happy in the meantime, because we've got a driver's briefing coming up. But it's only me tonight here at AK Racing and Simsational TV. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the show with myself calling the race over the wires here. But we will be back soon here for Wednesday Cup. No, Wednesday Cup. Here for V8 Supercars. I'm getting used to Wednesday Cup calling. In about 15 or so minutes, ladies and gentlemen, for qualifying. So sit back, relax, enjoy the show, and we'll see you all soon here at Simsational TV.
Hey, Rizal. I don't know, just fucking scraping to get it, so. Yeah.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we wait for driver's briefing to be concluded here at this point in time. We'll get the music out of the way just for now so we can see it's in the background here. Bit of Offspring going on there. That'll get everyone pumped up. There's our driver standings here after round 5 for the V8 Supercar Series. And Nick Mallow is on top, but not by much. Only about 31 points there over Harley Marshall. Each round is worth a good 200 or 300 points. So keep in mind that can go pear-shaped for anyone. Andrew Ferguson and Stephen Marsden. I'll tell you what, Rolling Moose Racing, that is very, very good stuff from them. They are in the team championship hunt for sure, sitting in 3rd and 4th there respectively. Matt Cotter, our defending champion from season 10, is here and is sitting in 5th position after missing the first round, if you don't mind. And he's found himself all the way down at the bottom at the start and clawed his way up to 5th so far with 2 rounds to go after this one. He's still in with a fighting chance for a podium here, if anything goes pear-shaped here at AK Racing for him. Brandon Pearce in the Benz Racing Division, sitting perfectly in 6th there. He'll be happy with that. Not too far behind Matt Cotter, if you don't mind. So that's always a good place to be if you're anywhere within the top 10 of the championship, and that's close. Pascal Hine, our German warrior, sitting there in 7th. His first ever season here, if you don't mind, ladies and gentlemen. Sitting there in 7th as a debutant this year. Really got the grips to the AK Racing V8 Supercars. It's good to see. Lawrence Smith in 8th. He's got a good performance on him, and his teammate Brandon Pearce have been driving well all season. It's good to see them up there. Brian's cousin is Jason McFadden, sitting in 9th there, 583 points behind, or 583 points in total, about 120 odd behind. Lawrence Smith there too in the Rangy Art ZB Commodore. James Claypole, the Iron Rod, rounds out your top 10, 583 points. Spewy Newing is back. He's sitting in 529 points in the Volvo Retro team. Clayton Pine, Flat Biscuit Motorsport, Scotty Garrick, Hayden Cook, Thomas Wilson, Jesse Marshall, Lachlan Grant, Adam Betts, Bradsky Turby, and Nathan Hughes round out your top 20 in the championship. On to your top 21 to 30 is Schmerl, Chris Eckert, Clayton Waters, Andre Allard, Alex McEwen again has missed a couple of rounds here tonight, and in the season, sorry, he has missed a couple of rounds, sitting there in 25th. So he's quick, this gentleman. Don't cross him out on anything, sitting there in 25th. Brody Sharp, Jim Park, Guy Duff, Tony DeLuca, and in your 30th position is Dane Ligardo, with everyone else not participating after a couple of races here for tonight. Brandon Dostal is back in 35th, and Taylor Simmons is now one of the race directors, so he will be sitting up in the race director box rather be on track. That's where we sit our team standings, if you don't mind. They are looking fantabulous. Oop, that's the Wednesday Cup one. That's the wrong one. Team standings, here we go. Rolling Moose Racing in first. That is Andrew Ferguson and Mr. Marsden sitting there with a comfortable lead, 223 points over Send and Defend Motorsport of Matthew Cotter and Pascal Hine. Ben's Racing Division is Brandon Pearce and Shaggy Smith. They're sitting there in air. MBR Racing, that is the Marshall Brothers Racing, Harley and Jesse in 4th, and Project 4 Racing. They are on a good charge here this weekend and for the rest of the season. Flat Biscuit Motorsport in 6th, Mobile One Racing, Pringles Racing, Rangiart, and TBC Motorsport in your 10th position there as well. It's getting exciting. I believe that qualifying server is coming up at this point in time, ladies and gentlemen. So we're going to see that very shortly for everyone. So qualifying is about to get underway. I'm going to get on the I would say on the cheese and biscuits, and we'll be right back with you here with everyone in. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back. And I'll tell you what, that grid is looking scary. Look at everyone lined up. And as normal, here at AK Racing, is the one and only Nick Mello, just chilling there, loving life as he sits at the start of the qualifying grid, so to speak. Everyone lines up in the pits here, ladies and gentlemen, tonight. And it's good to see that a lot of us do tend to stick around and just, get into the server early, get that first position. And Nick Mello is one of the quickest on the trot for that tonight. So 12 minutes of qualifying up for you in about 10 seconds time. And I reckon it's going to be a rip snort of a qualifying session. You just can't pick where everyone's going to be tonight. And with everyone in sundry here, off we go. Nick Mello's got off to a good start. One of the VF Commodores racing around here for the time being. That is some fantastic looking cars there, if you don't mind me saying myself. We have 25 cars on the grid here tonight. What a grid. That is absolutely incredible. I'm going to be absolutely stoked for these guys once they get around tonight. Everyone's sort of on a good flying lap, banker lap to start, and with 11 minutes and 33 seconds and about just over a minute and a half plus 16 seconds, you're only going to get about 7 or 8 good laps in here before the qualifying is over for yourself. So it's time to get out there and bully. Nick Mello's doing just exactly that at the moment. Lachlan Grant's behind him and flying around too in another ZB Commodore-esque looking mobile one car. That is fantastic to look at. Brandon Pierce on for a good session tonight, I reckon, for Brandon Pierce. Just look out for him. He'll be a dark horse tonight. And never count out the Volvo boys. And Stephen Marsden, Andrew Ferguson, they're our team championship leaders here, those two duos, the yellow and the blue and white Volvos. Scotty Garrick behind him as well in the Volvo crew as well as Guy Duff. Just look at them all. They're everywhere here, ladies and gentlemen. They've even got Chris Eckert and Bradsky Turby. Look at the amount of Volvos on here tonight. It is fantastic to see. So as everyone sort of makes their way around, you got to get these tyres warm. You really do. And these super soft tyres around here are probably good for about 4 or so flying laps here, but probably the second or third is the real test of time there for them. They start to just creep off and get a bit unpredictable in some places. So you'll be on for something here tonight if you descend onto the last 5 or so 4 laps of your stint, especially in the sprint race coming up later on after qualifying. It's going to be tough for everyone involved. And as we speak, Nick Mello is going to start his first lap tonight. We'll stick with him. We're right on board with him because I'll tell you what, he is an absolute ripper of a driver here. He knows where to put the car at the best of times at any track here, and it's proving so in the championship tonight. Up to 5th gear around turn 2. Coming down into turn 3 here, you can either shift down to 2nd or keep it in 1st if you really want to, but he's kept it in 2nd there. Keep in the 2nd gear as you exit, bang it into 3rd as Nick Mello has done there. This is a fantastic section of the track now. This used to be a stop-start sort of section. Don't let it run too wide there over the apex. Hang it right, turn it left, flick it in, get it into 3rd gear. Just touch the ripple strip there and bang it out onto the into 4th gear. And as we come around, that's a new reprofiled section of the track compared to the old Albert Park, as is this section now, just a long, flowing, sweeping straight. And the max speed around here is about 265k an hour, depending on the gear ratio. Some guys have gone longer. Oh no, there you go, 270 for Nick Mello tonight. Slap it down into 4th, into 3rd. Get the car pointed and turn as early as you can. Don't overdo it through here. Get a nice exit. Point the car not too wide over those curbs because you will get a track cut if you do so and invalidate your lap here. Nick Mello is looking very planted here at the moment, so it's good to see. He's racing around. Slap it into 2nd. Hit the curb nicely. Let the car settle off and then power out of the exit. He's got those dampers tuned nicely as Nick Mello across those curbs. Keep it in 3rd. Ride that curb if you want. Many people won't ride that curb, but Nick Mello's got it down pat there for sure. Down into 2nd. There's a little bit of a grippy spot here. If you get it wrong, you're completely out of it like Sergio Perez is most of the time here. And Nick Mello's going to round the final quarter for a good lap. Let's see where this puts him. I reckon about a high 146-ish to bank a lap. Let's see where that puts him. 146.3 if you don't mind. So that is a bank a lap and a half. Where's Shaggy Smith at? He's coming around now. Brandon Pierce has put in a 147.8. Stephen Marsden's done put in a 146.8. So all these drivers are now flying around with their socks on for sure. Matt Cotter's just beaten him, and so is Alex McEwen. Alex McEwen with 145.8 to slap it through. That's a first lap and a half around here, ladies and gentlemen, if you don't mind. That's nearly at top practice place there in Alex McEwen. good on him. Matt Cotter's not too far behind him, only a 10th.5 as well. Torpedo is doing his best impression of that this season and making hay where the sun shines, leaving out a round at round 1, and he's still finding himself in 5th in the championship with a great line. So one to look out for. Andrew Ferguson not too far behind his gaggle of cars, all trying to get some slipstreamage off everyone, I would say here. 3rd at the moment for him on track to 146.265 and Nick Mello 146.295. So times are dropping down here, ladies and gentlemen. Pascal Hine is now in 7th because Spewing Newing has come across and done a 146.3. Good to see him back here in the Volvo-esque driving ability. I would say the little posse that they've got going on there in the Volvo community there. So these guys are all some people to watch. We've already got 4 Volvos in the top 10 with Scotty Garrick. Also doing his best impression of Kim Block there, trying to get around the outside and get as much momentum as he can. And he's on. He's 1.12 up already here in the qualifying Delta times in Sector 2. So looking like a good lap here for Scotty Garrick. We'll stick with him. Let's see where it puts him in the grand scheme of things. Our timing Delta screen has not picked up anything. It's just picked up his best and last lap. He's down a little bit here, so he's not far off, I would say. Not going to be an improvement here for Scotty Garrick at the moment. Pascal Hine has come into the pits, so he's going to put on some new super soft tyres. And Luke Newing is personal best, but it's good 2.5 tenths off the best time out there at the moment, which is Nick Mallow. He's slapped in a 45.3, 9.2, if you don't mind. Hopefully, we might even see him get into the 144s. We'll see what happens. But he is flying at the moment, and so is Alex McEwen. Alex McEwen now is coming out, so he's 2 seconds away from his best, so he's just come out for another shot, I would say, here. Me, as I get a cough out of the way. The Iron Rod flying around, getting a bit wide there, but he's up on his own personal best here by a 10th and a bit. So this is going to be a good lap for him. 147.2 if he can hold it together at this stage of the qualifying session. That should keep him in 10th at the moment. He needs to get into the 146s quick, smart if he wants to be inside Brandon Pearson, Pascal Hine for any stretch of the imagination. Harley Marshall's just come through and gone bang. 5th for him. Good to see him out and about there and up and flying in the Alliance ZB Commodore. It's looking good, that skin. I don't mind it. Where's Nathan Hughes at? He's found some pace recently. He must be just be coming out now for a hot lap. That's the only Lonely Falcon here on the grid tonight is Nathan Hughes, and it's a good-looking one at that. I always say it reminds me of one of the drift cars, the old Nissan Skyline drift car, 4-door that Ken Nomura used to run around in. Good-looking car. Andre Elliott's going to be flying around tonight in the Ranyard ZB Commodore. He is looking like he's up on his best at the moment there too. So we'll stick with him for just a moment. He's going to round the final 2 corners here. Just dip that car in as quick as he can. Yeah, beautiful apex there. Nice shallow exit too. And this will be a good lap, I would say, here for himself. He's PBing it everywhere at the moment. Just nearly loses it on the edge there. Jeez, that was close. And where is this going to put Mr. Andre Elliott? That's going to put him from 16th into 15th position for now. So, any 15s out there is a good position here at Albert Park. Anything can happen in front of you, ladies and gentlemen. So don't stress. It's all going to be happening here. Nick Mallow, 45.392. That is quick. Alex McEwen, 145.5. Matthew Cotter, half a second behind him, 146 dead. Andrew Ferguson, 146.2. Harley Marshall, 146.2. Newing, 146.3. 146.5. 146.6. 146.8. 146.8. 146.9. 146.9. Ladies and gentlemen, how do you find it? Only 1.6 seconds in the top 11 here at AK Racing. Good racing, good qualifying session so far. Good to see. Brandon Pearce will be definitely wanting to get a bit further up the grid than 146.9. He's got 145s in him, that's for true. We're on board with him and see where he sits in the grand scheme of things. How's that car handling at this point in time? Looks good through there. Very good through there, actually. We might just stick with him. We've got 3 minutes and 14 seconds to go. Turn your volumes up, ladies and gentlemen at home, and listen to some V8 action from the inside here of Brandon Pearce, who rounds the back half of the Albert Park circuit. looking good for Brandon Pearce. He accidentally got third gear there coming into the second last corner of the track. So I'm not sure what was going on there for him, but he'll definitely be wanting to get on his bike quick, smart here between everyone in Sunday. Because that Mercedes-Benz is a long way off his pace in practice here, I can guarantee you. But our top 5 has not changed. Nick Mallow is still down on his personal best here with 1:41 to go, so he'll get one more shot at this where he is on the track at the moment. That's for sure. Alex McEwen also down, but not by much, only about a tenth and a bit on his personal best. Matt Cotter, is he improving? It looks like he's on an outlap at the moment, so he's coming in for some fresh super softs, and now he's back out on the circuit. Where's Andrew Ferguson? We've got anyone improving? Andrew Ferguson now is out for the last dash. So I think here what's happening, ladies and gentlemen, is we've got everyone coming out for their last dash here at qualifying. So watch the timing towers closely for everyone in Sundry. It's going to be hot to trot, I reckon, here for the last minute of qualifying in about 4 seconds or so. Harley Marshall is wanting to get better from where he is. 146.2. He's got a 145 in him, that's for sure. So is Luke Newing. Luke Newing's definitely got one in him, but we'll see what happens here. Where is Brian's cousin? Here he is. Now, word on the wires is that Brian's on holiday and doesn't need to worry about the ARIA charts this week. So I would say that there is not as much pressure on him at this stage in Mr. McFadden. And we'll see where that puts him in the grand scheme of things, because I reckon he's going to be one of those drivers tonight who will come through and snag a top 10 here or something in the race. And we'll see what happens to him. He's about to start his flying lap here now for the final minute of qualifying. Matthew Cotter's called it a day. He has not improved, so he's in the pits and he's done. Brandon Pearce has jumped up to 7th. Nathan Hughes has gone from 15th to 11th with a 146.8. So that is good stuff from him. Brandon Pearce now finds himself in 7th place, 146.5, a long way off where he wants to be. But I reckon with the qualifying now over and out, we'll see if he can improve on his lap. Keep watching that timing tower, ladies and gentlemen. Harley Marshall's in the pit, so he's done for qualifying too. And where's Andrew Ferguson? He's flying around turn 7, and that's him done. He's out. I've just commentator cursed him. Pushing too hard there on the final lap is Andrew Ferguson, so don't worry about him. Scotty Garrick is 4 tenths off, but he's just bang on his PB here at the moment. So he is wanting to get further up the position board than 8th at this stage. We'll see where this puts him in the grand scheme of things. He's literally right on his PB. You can see there it's not even a bee's dick away, if I can quote my co-commentator in Chris Munro, from his personal best. So looking good here for himself. The top 2 haven't changed. Nick Mallow is up on his personal best, but he's still 7 tenths away from his overall lap. So he's bettered the middle sector there, so he'll probably gain some data from that. But that's where he's going to stay for now for qualifying. Is Alex McEwen up? He is. Alex McEwen is up 2 and a bit tenths here, ladies and gentlemen. Can he gather it around the final corners? He can. He's not going to get into first position, but this will be a tenth or 2 off the best. So he's right up there in the pace department here with himself and Nick Mallow. And that, I'm not sure what is going on there at the timing towers. That should have bumped him up. Yeah, 145.416 was his best. So that will be his recorded time for the session. And everyone else is flying around here at this point in time. Brandon Pearce is 2 tenths off his best, so he's done for qualifying. Chris Eckert still flying around here. He's going to find himself PBing himself. He was that bump him up a position or 2 if he can keep it together. It might. He's 12. Oh, it's just a little bit off. Where's this going to put him in the grand scheme of things? 47.5. So just off 47.6 if you don't mind. Qualifying done and dusted here, ladies and gentlemen. Alex McEwen somehow has gone around for another lap, but he's about to abort. So that is it here for qualifying at AK Racing. Here's your grid as we see it. Nick Mallow in first position with a 145.392. Only a tenth and a half behind him on the front row is Alex McEwen. Matt Cotter off the second row. Next to him is Andrew Ferguson. That's going to be a feisty battle if I've ever seen one between those two. Third row is Harley Marshall and Luke Newing. Very good performance from those two gentlemen. Luke Newing's a bit underdone tonight in the practice department, so good to see him up there. Brandon Pearce finds himself in 7th. Scotty Garrick in 8th. Nathan Hughes and Lachlan Grant. Good driving there from the both of them to see themselves in the top 10. Outside the top 10, Stephen Marsden, Pascal Hine, James Claypole, Lauren Smith, Jason McFadden, Chris Eckert, Andre Allett, Luke Fallon, our debutant for tonight, in 18th position. Still finding himself at 147.9. Very good pace from him for the first ever try here at V8 Supercar Land. Bradsky Turby, Jesse Marshall, Clayton Waters, Ryan Nielsen and Guy Duff. Round out your grid. 23 drivers on the track here tonight for racing, ladies and gentlemen. Where do you find it? You can find it anywhere but here, but anywhere else. You can only find it here, here at Simsational TV and AK Racing. It's a great place to be. So keep your hats on if you want to join and thinking this is the bug I need. This is where it's at here at AK Racing. We're going to be up for race 1 soon. So without further ado, go and refill your cuppers. Go and refill your bicky tins and your popcorn or whatever you do. Pat your cat, pat your dog, go and feed them, do whatever, so you can sit back and relax for the next couple of hours here around Calder Park. Because race 1, an 8-lap super sprint, is coming your way here at AK Racing and Simsational TV, and we will be back with you with that in just a few moments. here we go. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Coming to you with the sightly sounds of Limp Bizkit there. And I'll tell you what, when it comes to all that sort of jazz, we love it here at Simsational TV. A bit of hard rock to get you cranking and get the juices flowing. Just so we know exactly where we're at. No mucking around here at V8 Supercar Land. And especially not here at AK Racing. Nick Mallow is our man, and he will start off the front of the grid. This is your grid, ladies and gentlemen, if you don't mind. You ignore me at the top there. We've got Alpha first row. Nick Mallow at the first row with Alex McEwen standing next to him. We'll get this camera to do just what I want to do. No, that's not exactly it either. We'll come back to it. Matt Cotter off the second row with Andrew Ferguson right next to him. Harley Marshall, Luke Newing, Brandon Pearce, Scotty Garrett, Nathan Hughes, and Lachlan Grant round out your top 10. And you can see there the German warrior, Pascal Hein. Don't worry about his ping, ladies and gentlemen. He is a quick guy. He's quicker than his ping, we all say. That's for sure. But alongside him, he's going to be Stephen Marsden. James Claypole is also going to be here in 13th position with Lauren Smith next to him. Brian's cousin in 15th. Chris Eckert in 16th. Andre Allard in 17th. Luke Fallon 18th. Bradsky Turby 19th. And rounding out your top 20 is Jesse Marshall with Clayton Waters, Ryan Nielsen and Guy Duff behind them. And if there's anything to go off here, ladies and gentlemen, it's going to be on like Donkey Kong for this man and the guy behind him in Alex McEwen, because those two guys absolutely love having a good race around here. And I would say that when we see the lights go out and everyone get a bit nervous, these guys will be looking in their rearview mirrors, because hunting behind them is this guy. And he is no slouch, is Matt Cotter. And I would say with this 8-lap super sprint coming up, everyone's sitting on the super softs. It's positions on for young and old, because wherever you finish in this race is going to be where you start for the next one. So, you know, everyone's sort of getting a bit toey as the lights are up, and we are nearly ready to go, ladies and gentlemen. Here we're off and racing in about a good 10 seconds or so here at AK Racing Land. Nick Mallow is off the front. Alex McEwen right beside him. All lights are up. Who is going to take the whole shot here for season 6, round 6 as well? Alex McEwen and Nick Mallow get a good start. A lot of wheel spin for Alex McEwen. He's come through. Who's going to make it into turn 1 safely? Are we all going to do that? Who bloody knows around here? I'll tell you what. Sort of seems like everyone has done that so far. Bit of timing tower issues. Everyone's got in the back. Have we got anyone going around? No, we haven't. It looks all sort of clean slate there for everyone. So good stuff to everyone there. I'm going to get off the track and get back into the scheme of things at this point in time. It looks like we're all on here, and I'm not sure what is going on here. I'm going to give us 2 seconds here, ladies and gentlemen. We have got an errant car of myself, which is not coming off the track at any stretch of the imagination here so far. I will get back to you here. We'll come back here in just a few moments at Simsational TV. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. We are back in racing here. Lap 2 has sort of come around unscathed for everyone here on Sundry and the track, and it looks like still line astern for our leaders, Alex McEwen and Nick Mallow. Andrew Ferguson is still sitting there comfortably in third, and Matt Cotter up hot on his heels here, if you don't mind. Jeez Louise, those two are having a good battle here at the moment. Jesse Marshall is coming through now, so he is finding himself in the midst of all the battling that we can see all the way up and down the track here at the moment. Spearing Newing also sitting around in a good position there for him too. looks like we've got a lot of cars that are just doing their best impression here of single file racing. It's good for the stream, but also really good for everyone else on the drivers, basically on the what would we say? In the grand scheme of the racing things. Yeah, it's good to see. It's good to see. As our timing tower is just doing some weird things here at the moment. It's not showing me anyone higher than 10th. Not sure what is going on there in application land for everyone here, so we're going to have to keep going. There we go. We've got another one in Jesse Marshall. Oh, Harley Marshall's brother. He's had a shocker, so he's come into the pits early. And now what's going to happen here is we're going to see a move here for Jesse Marshall up the inside of Lachlan Grant. And Lachlan Grant's out. He is spun and lost every single thing that he could possibly imagine. That is not good news for him. He won't be happy about that at all, Lachlan Grant. He has come a probably a missed error there and an unforced error if anyone wants to say anything. But look at the gaps between everyone here, between 1st to 11th at this stage. We've got Stephen Marsden in 6th, good 2.5 seconds behind Scotty Garrick. Scotty Garrick's had an absolute rip snorter. And Andrew Ferguson's just set the fastest lap of the race. So look out for him. If there's anyone who's going to be on track and about, it's going to be this guy. Andrew Ferguson nearly loses it there for the 8-lap super sprint. You don't want to do that any longer because Matt Cotter's behind him, only good 7/10 behind him, and that will be something to behold here. Matt Cotter is looking like he is going to get 4th and above if he can get anything done about Andrew Ferguson in front of him. Fergo's had a really good round and very, very consistent this season, so good to see him up there at the moment. Lachlan Grant's found himself back on track, so a bit of a recovery drive for him at this stage. We've got Jesse Marshall in 8th, flying around. It's good to see him there. He's having a rip snorter of a race here at the moment. Let's have a look on board with him, and see what he's doing, because he is absolutely flying. And it looks like he's got that car hooked up, and he's probably got a little bit of a tip off his brother there, has Jesse Marshall, because Harley Marshall usually is the guy that you would see more further up into the front positions, and he's finding himself down in 10th at this stage, so maybe a bit of damage there that we missed at the start. Matt Cotter no closer to Andrew Ferguson than he was last lap around. And where's Stephen Marsden? There he is. So Stephen Marsden is looking to improve and get somewhere up the grid, higher than 6th, I would say, because where you finish in this one is where you will start in race 2. And he's got some good car behaviour there. It's looking very planted. But Brandon Pierce now is getting absolutely hounded at the back here by Pascal Hine. Pascal Hine is behind him at the moment, looking very racy indeed. The timing tower is completely stuffed up, so these positions could be all wrong. But here comes Pascal Hine. Around the outside, he's going to go right behind Brandon Pierce here and see if he can get the whole shot run. And Pascal Hine's about to jump over him and take the position straight away off him here. So this will be a position gain for Pascal Hine. Unfortunately, I can't see where everyone is in the grand scheme of things, because my timing tower here at ACTV is completely stuffed up. What a first race for everything to go wrong. But Pascal Hine done that beautifully. Brandon Pierce is going for the whole shot around the outside, looking to get that position back off Pascal Hine here. 2x2 down the back straight, if you don't mind. Pascal Hine's later on the brakes, but then Brandon Pierce has just trail brake beautifully there and said, I'm going to take that back off you again. But now the inside line is for Pascal Hine. Around the inside and around the outside of both of these guys. Who's going to get the whole shot? Good battling here. Pascal Hine's at a disadvantage, and Brandon Pierce has just yielded wisely there. And Pascal Hine nearly ran himself off the track, trying to give Brandon Pierce some room there. So we'll find out what is going on there. And not far behind him is his teammate in Lawrence Smith as well. So this is all happening here. I'm going to see if I can get back into the timing tower scheme of things at this stage. We'll see if it's working. No, it's not. Going to have to admit defeat here on the timing towers at this point in time. Andrew Ferguson hugely sideways there. That was a moment and a half, and look who's all over the back of him. Matt Cotter. That is now going to be job done for Matt Cotter. He's going to go straight up the inside there of Andrew Ferguson, 4th, 3rd position. And Fergo, just a bit of an unforced error there, pushing a little bit too hard was Andrew. And he'll be now finding himself in 4th, and he's got a fair bit of a breathing space to himself and the next guy behind him. So that is all okay for him at this stage. And Matt Cotter now on the charge. Nick Mallow in first position here, coming around to start his 5th lap, if you don't mind. So this will be on like Donkey Kong for him at Alex McEwen. Alex McEwen now sitting the fastest lap of the race with a 45.9. So that is proper quick, if you don't mind, for Alex McEwen. Now, he's found himself in the groove here, is Alex. He's missed a couple of rounds and been out and about, but don't stress. He's back here in AK Racing land, and good to see. really good to see him just fighting along and giving it to Nick Mello, because Nick Mello has also been dominating our Wednesday Cup series in the Toyota 86s. So Alex McEwen doing his best here to take back some of the chockies that Nick Mello has found himself pigging out on recently in the race-winning department. And this is a good battle here. These two aren't letting go of each other at any stretch of the imagination. Only 3/10 now between them. That gap has come down. And Alex McEwen looking very good. Let's see the car behaviour here on board. Oh, Alex McEwen had a massive moment there at 210 odd k's an hour. That was some hairy stuff coming out. Bit of a sideways action. These guys must be running some super low wing, if you don't mind. Slap it down to fifth into fourth and to third. Get the car pointed in beautifully. Very sideways on the exit is Alex McEwen. 2 VF Commodores and 2 Project 4s. So these guys are absolutely teammates and not letting each other go at any stretch of the imagination. Good to see them out in front by some margin over Matt Cotter, 3.8 seconds. So that is some domination, if you don't mind, by these two. It's exciting. There's Brandon Pierce. He finds himself in 8th, I would say, here at this point in time, unless my timing tower could tell me where everyone is. See if I can get that up down the bottom or something. There we go. So basically from first, we've got Nick Mello down there. He is flying along. We've got everyone else in sundry there ready to go. And I don't know where everyone else is sitting. It's still not doing it for me. So we'll give up on that idea at this stage, ladies and gentlemen. And we'll see if we can get rid of it. There we go. There's our backup. So in 1st to 7th is everyone in sundry there. Excuse me. We've got everyone doing a best impression here of being ghosts on track. And I can't see where everyone is going. That's what happens here. So you're going to have to focus here on everyone in sundry. Jesse Marshall flying around here. Good to see him up and about. Harley Marshall having a shocker. Grant is doing well, but that's all I can tell here at the moment. Our timing tower is even doing more mysterious things here too. It's good to see that we can find some reliable technology here, ladies and gentlemen, with everything that AK Racing offers. It's just not doing it for me at the moment. See if we can reload it from there. Not even that's doing it at the moment. So the closest battle I can see for race 1 here with 3 laps to go is between the 2 teammates in Alex McEwen and Nick Mello, and they're just not letting go. Like, it's incredible, these guys. They're just flying around at lightning pace, and Andrew Ferguson has been broken. He's been broken by Matt Cotter, nearly losing it there and sideways as you come through. Whew, that was some interesting stuff there. That is some scary stuff into the new turn 9 and 10, and here he comes into 12. It's just going to be, it's going to be a hairy ride for Andrew Ferguson in the long race tonight. I'll give you the hot tip. That will be something to behold. And it looks like himself and Scotty Garrick are in the complete perfect positions there on the track. Scotty Garrick doing very, very well. A Volvo stream here, 1, 2, 3, sitting around at this point in time. So 4th, 5th, and 6th, sorry, is Volvo land. And that's what they're keeping here at AK Racing. With 2 laps to go. Still half a second, or just under, between Nick Mello and Alex McEwen. Stephen Marsden sitting around in 6th place, so he'll be looking to keep that place if he can at his best. Brandon Pierce if Stephen Marsden here, we'll do some maths. Stephen Marsden's in 6th, Pascal Hine is in 7th behind him, and Brandon Pierce is behind him in 8th. So we'll just work it out from there. See who is behind Brandon Pierce, if we can see in the rear vision of any curb cameras. I can't see. Oh, that's his teammate Shaggy Smith. Lawrence Smith. So Lawrence Smith is in 9th position, and Brandon Pierce in 8th. So this is cracking for everyone in sundry. Pascal Hines driving very well in the ZB Commodore. He'll be running his teammate on in front of him in 3rd position, but I don't think that's going to happen too much in positional changes unless Matthew Cotter just decides to take it straight off the track and bin it somewhere. But I don't see that happening from this guy. He is cool, calm, and collected when it comes to hot lapping, and that's exactly what he's doing here tonight. Good 5 and a bit seconds, but look at the pace difference. 47.6 versus 46.7 as your last lap. So 1.1 seconds a lap quicker. Here's Alex McEwen and Nick Mello, and they have not let go of each other, these two. Not by one stretch, just a little bit of a 10th or 2 battle between these guys lap after lap. We're going to come and find ourselves onto the final lap of the race as we round the final turn here at ALB Park. Going to be a great one to see what happens here between those two. But with 7/10, I don't think it's going to happen between them, but they are nearly there. And look where Scotty Garrick is. The last lap of the race, Scott Garrick is now all over the back of Andrew Ferguson. This could be a absolute rip snorter here, ladies and gentlemen. What is going to happen between these two? Get a bit of a dragged line action down the first straight. Get a bit of a slipstream here too if Scotty Garrick can gather it up. But Andrew Ferguson has been absolutely lightning in Sector 1 all practice. Very, very quick through there, and he's just bridged himself a good 3/10 or so. A bit more breathing space here for Scotty Garrick. We'll ride on board with Scotty for the rest of the lap here. But Andrew Ferguson's bit unforced error, and Scotty Garrick just got on the loud pedal too early. Nearly lost the back of it, all crossed up there if you don't mind. Andrew Ferguson doing his best impression of Casper there for a multitude of seconds, and he's nearly ran it wide there again. So these guys are struggling on the super soft tyres. I said they only last about 4 laps, and it's nearly at lap 8. Well, it is at lap 8 now, and they are going off like a fish sandwich in the sun, if you don't mind. They are not happy on those cars at all. Look at Andrew Ferguson just absolutely fighting it tooth and nail to keep it on line, on the racing line as well. It's going to be interesting coming around the fast left to right up here. See if Scotty Garrick's tyres are any better in the condition department. And looks like they are a little bit. But Andrew Ferguson really fighting that car, and he's lost it. He's completely lost it here. So now Scotty Garrick's got a really good opportunity to come around the outside if he can. Andrew Ferguson's defending hard, going to squeeze him wide as wide. I'll tell you what, my 600-pound sisters aren't even as wide as these two, having a good crack. And now, look, Scotty Garrick is going to be all over Andrew Ferguson like a fly on a piece of poo. Around the outside, if you don't mind, for the final 2 corners of the race. That is fantastic racing here. What's going to happen? Nick Mellor's going to come through and take the chockies, I would say, here. Yes, he is. Not by much over Alex McEwen. Only 2/10 between those two. But Ferguson versus Garrick versus Ferguson versus Garrick. This is a photo finish if I've ever seen one. Who's going to get the chockies? Scotty Garrick's going to get the chockies there over Andrew Ferguson. What a finish for 4th, 5th. And Stephen Marsden in 6th behind him. Pascal Hine wasn't too far. Oh, geez, that was an absolute belter of a last lap there for a couple of guys on track. Wow, only .084, only 800s in it. Geez, that was good racing. That was good to watch for our last lap of the race here. Sorry, I'm a bit dyslexic tonight. Not sure what's going on. And Andrew Ferguson has gone from 3rd to 5th in 8 laps. And that's racing for you. Now everyone's doing their best impression of the Drift King around the final lap of the race. Oh, geez, that was a cracker. And Andrew Ferguson, holy mackerel, he's still got to get back to pit, son. He can't teleport. So, not sure why. That's going a bit hairy McClary from Donaldson's Dairy. Stephen Marsden in 6th. We'll go back to our grid and let's just look over everyone as we can. There's the actual grid and finishing positions for that race. Nick Miller, Alex McEwen, 1st, 2nd. 2 teammates just doing some points, battling there. Matt Cotter in a distant 3rd. Followed by Scotty Garrick in even a more distant 3rd, but this mid-pack here was fighting tooth and nail. From Scotty Garrick to Brandon Pearce, not even 2 seconds between them all, between 4th to 8th. That was some classic racing. Shaggy Smith in 9th. Brian's cousin has come through in 10th, so the pressure is off, and look, he's performing. Is Brian's cousin in 10th position. Andre Elliott has come through in 11th. James Claypole 12th. Nathan Hughes in 13th. Jesse Marshall in 14th position. Lachlan Grant in 15th, doing some donuts on the outside of the track. Bradsky Turby's parked it on the outside of turn 2, I would say that is there for now. Guy Duff circulating around. He has done a good job as Guy Duff, very underdone here tonight. Clayton Waters has come around and will finish in 18th. Harley Marshall has exited the server already in dead last. Ryan Nielsen and Luke Fallon only getting a good couple of laps in there before DNFing. Chris Eckert and Luke Newing also DNFs very quickly there. So that is not ideal for them. But nonetheless, that's your top 10 for race 2 coming up. And that is going to be an absolute belter. I can guarantee you that. We don't like predicting any carnage or anything like that. But geez Louise, I reckon the next race is going to be a bit of a tooth and nail, seesawing, fighting battle. That's it tonight. 18 laps for race 2. Mandatory super soft compound to start. No mandatory pit or compound change, so you can choose to do a 2-stopper or a 1-stopper on softs or super softs if you want to. We'll go softs and then just put super softs on, and then do those softs to finish out the race. Who knows? That's what we love about sim racing. You just never bloody know. Without further ado, go and get all those things refilled that I always say to it, and go to the toilet, get a tea break or whatever you want, because race 2 is going to be coming up here at Simsational TV in just a few moments from AK Racing here at Calder Park. Stay with us. We'll be right back. Isn't that a sight to behold, ladies and gentlemen? Absolute fantastic looking V8 supercars just flying around. And I'll tell you what, who is going to burn? Who is going to burn? I don't know. But a bit of V8 supercars action never falters and never ever disappoints here at AK Racing Simsational TV. Just have a look at all these cars here. We've got people left, right and centre. It's incredible racing. Look at this. Of our grid for the start. Let's go from there. Nick Mallow, winner from race 1. He is sitting on the front row with Alex McEwen next to him. Matt Cotter with him at the second row is Scotty Garrick. Andrew Ferguson, Stephen Marsden sharing 5th and 6th respectively, the two teammates there. Pascal Hine and Brandon Pearce off the 4th row of the grid. Lawrence Smith and Jason McFadden will round out your top 10. So a good finish from Brian's cousin in there in 10th. He will be frothing that, I guarantee you. Andre Elliott in 11th. James Claypole, the Iron Rod, in 13th. Mervyn Hughes' Love Child in 14th. The Copper in 14th. In 14th is the Copper. In 13th is Merv Hughes' Lost Love Child. Lachlan Grant in 15th. Bradsky Turby in 16th. Guy Duff, Clayton Waters, Harley Marshall, and Ryan Nielsen round out your top 20 with Chris Eckert and Luke Newing in 21st and 22nd respectively. Unless Luke Fallon comes into the server with 1:23 to go, that's where they will sit on the grid. And it's a good-looking grid too, if you don't mind me saying that as well. We've got all these different liveries you can see. We've got the Ice Coffee guys out in front. We've got Matt Torpedo on the right-hand side in the second row. And you've got a beautiful-looking Scotty Gary Pro Sim Centre Volvo next to him, right beside him actually. On the third row is Andrew Ferguson with Stephen Marsden next to him. Pascal Hine, you can see there, it's a beautiful looking ZB Commodore with 50 seconds to go. Send your predictions in on the chat. If you're viewing us here at Simsational TV and watching live on YouTube, send your predictions in for race 2. It's going to be an absolute belter. 18 laps of hardcore racing here. Everyone starting on the super softs, as you can see. So it's on like Donkey Kong here for about 5 or so laps. I wonder if people are going to do different strategies here, whether they hang on for about 7 or 8 laps and then come in for a set of softs, or they go at least 9 or 10 laps on a set of super softs and then come in and whack another fresh set on. Who knows? It's all going to be on like Donkey Kong here at this stage. Oh no, we've looked like we've had a server dropout, ladies and gentlemen. Just as the lights were about to go green here at Simsational TV, it's all happened. Everyone is done. You'll probably see me in a second get kicked, as we see here. Bit of server issues in AK Racing. Oh, geez, where do you find it? You just can't win here sometimes at the Deseto Corsa land. So we'll be right back with you again for race 2. Coming right up once the server gets its issues sorted out in just a few moments. So bear with us, and we'll be right back here on Simsational TV. Tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, get me work cut out here tonight on the stream. Jeez, by jingo, by crikey. It's all happening here. And we've got some good-looking cars, as I said before, all lined up again. Hopefully the server issues have resolved themselves. There is Andrew Ferguson. We'll have a look at him. His car right next to Stephen Marsden. Good-looking vehicles. Good-looking roosters in real life, too, if they don't mind me saying that. Bit of a prowlers around town there are those two gentlemen. Pascal Hine right behind him as well. Just having a good look at his car. Look at that, Virgin Australia on the inside as well. We all know what the outsides are, but you can see his sponsors, even sponsored by Bunnings, if you don't mind. All the way from Germany is Pascal Hine. Let's go back a few people. Let's go to Brandon Pierce, check his dashboard. Just the old Monster Energy carbon fibre-esque look for him at this stage with the white gloves. Looking at that, Brandon Pierce and Jason McFadden have two starkly different interiors. Brian's cousin doesn't need any sponsorship because his cousin is a absolute multi-scoillionaire. So it doesn't really matter, if you ask me, what is going on there between himself and that. What's Andre Elliott got on the inside? Nothing either. Some of these guys generally have some really cool-looking insides. It's, pardon the pun, cool-looking insides. I want to know what that looks like. Here we are. I'm Brad Turby's Volvo. Just the Valvoline and Volvo. Scotty McLaughlin-esque sponsorship there for himself. Looking very good. But speaking of looking good, the whole grid is here. 1 minute and 21 seconds to go. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be exciting. I just cannot wait for everyone to get on board here and get racing because, geez Louise, it's one of those things. If you ever predict something, you're probably going to commentator curse him or spectator curse him. Who bloody knows? I don't, that's for sure. Everyone else sort of does, but it's one of those things as a commentator. You know, you can either race on track and curse yourself, or you can just sit up here in the commentary box with a couple of glasses of Chardonnay or Rosé or a bit of Cab Sav or a bit of Shiraz, whatever you want, and just sit back and enjoy sitting here with you all in the lounge chairs in the commentary box as well. Here, Melbourne has put on a show for me. I've got caviar. I've got some dog. What would you say? Some dog-shaped biscuits from Tiny Teddy's to you name it. Bit of a cheese platter going on there with some pate and camembert sauce. But don't worry, all the real action is not happening up here on the track. It's happening on the track as we speak. Our race director has got the lights up. It's going to be on like Donkey Kong here. Let's go to everyone here is go to the front of the grid. Nick Mallow side by side with Alex McEwen. Who's going to take the race number 2 out here, ladies and gentlemen? And we're off and racing, and it looks like a very good start from Nick Mallow as well as Alex McEwen and Matthew Cotter there too. They've all got their work cut out for them as we head out down into the first corner here. Looks like, yes, it's all line astern here at the back. We've got some carnage going on here at this stage. Let me go on track and get to everyone. Yes, my timing tower's working finally. Let's have a look here now for everyone in sundry. Matt Cotter and Alex McEwen side by side, if you don't mind, at the front of the grid. Looking back down, let's see where Nick Mallow's sitting out. He's fine. Nathan Hughes and Andre Elliott are having a good battle here. So is this mid-pack. It's all happening at the back here. James Claypole's lost a few positions. That's Lachlan Grant barging his way through on him. These guys are going to go side by side. And look at that. Harley Marshall just straight through the middle of them all. Says, thank you, mother, for the rabbits. I'm going to take that one off you. And he has done that excellently there as Harley Marshall. Look behind him. It's all happening. Guy Duff. That is Bradsky Turby hanging it out around the outside there, if you don't mind, just for the final positions of the track. It's all bloody on for sheep stations here. Look at these guys going 2 wide, 3 wide. That is Turby, Nielsen and Smith all having a good crack, and Bradsky Turby's lost out in that in the slipstream battle. That was interesting to see there. Lachlan Grant has now got up past Andre Elliott into 11th position, so he'll be looking for a good drive down there. And look at Nick Mallow. He's galloped away. Matt Cotter has jumped at Ferguson and Alex McEwen, so we missed a bit of battling there. Looking back at the mid-pack, it's all happening here at the moment. Wonder what happened to McEwen and Cotter there at the start. Andrew Ferguson's found himself up, and that's Pascal Hine having a bit of a moment there. He is now in trouble of getting swamped. He will get swamped here at the moment. So Brandon Pierce has made himself known to him and got himself around Pascal Hine. And now behind them, look like Scotty Garrick is having a really good battle here with Brian's cousin. Brian's cousin's from 10th on the grid. if you don't mind, finding himself in 8th already, so he's up a couple of positions there too. And this battle isn't going to stop at any rate. Lachlan Grant just went off the track there in the background. You probably saw him having a good session there too. Let's get this car radar out of the way. Holy mackerel. That is very, very annoying there for everyone at home. Looks like Pascal Hine is now getting the better of everyone here at the moment, finding himself up into 7th place, if you don't mind. That is some good stuff there from himself. Scotty Garrick's just about lost a position to Brian's cousin. Oh, yep, no, Brian's cousin's gone backwards. Sorry, I commentated that wrong. And now they're looking all line astern here from basically 7th to 10th. Is an angry gaggle of cars, and we are flying around here. That is McFadden wide. Not too wide there, son. You'll be in trouble. Alex McEwen, though, is now climbing up towards the back of Andrew Ferguson here for the battle of 3rd. We'll see what happens between these two. Who's got more wing? Who's got less wing on between these two guys? It's all going to happen here at the moment. Let's ride on board and see what's going on. Look at that slipstream, ladies and gentlemen. Look at that for suckage. Ladies of the night, take your friggin' bow. And that is job done there for Alex McEwen so far. Andrew Ferguson's just going to have to wave the white flag there, and he has done so too. Alex McEwen now, pace difference just amazing there. Now he's going to go up the road to Matt Cotter there, only 1.3 seconds away from him. So that is move done here. What is happening to our man Brian's cousin? He's still sitting there at the moment. Brandon Pierce is in 6th and flying, so he is looking like he's having a good race here at the moment. Finding himself nearly the top 5. Only Stephen Marston to navigate to get himself into that position. If he does, it'll be all parties on here in the Brandon Pierce household. I'm sure the 2 dogs that he has there around are probably sitting there with the AK Racing Monster Energy T-shirts on around them as Matt Cotter just does the quickest lap of the race with a 1:46.276, if you don't mind. So he is now trying to get onto the back of Nick Mello here. That is interesting. It's still Nick Mello in 1st, Matthew Cotter in 2nd, Alex McEwen 3rd, Ferguson in 4th, Marsden in 5th so far, and these guys are going for it, that's for sure. Their battle for the 1st place is hot property, and it's Sheep Station-esque material. These guys are going to have a good crack together for the remaining 15 laps of this race tonight here at Albert Park. We'll go back to the mid-pack again and see what's going on here. We'll go to the back of it. Harley Marshall is just flying around. He's on a recovery drive here. A guy in 2nd place in the championship, not having a good round tonight as we speak, but who'll be wanting to relegate himself into that top 10 to gain some points. And if he gets himself in 10th, he'll be finding himself off the front row of the grid, if you don't mind, for the final race coming up, a 29 lapper. And that could be a good sign for him to gallop away, gain as many seconds as he can before everyone else freight trains their way through. Matt Cotter, McEwen and Nick Mallow and Andrew Ferguson, if you don't mind as well. Those guys will be wanting to get through that mid-pack quick smart. But that doesn't matter now. We're still here and racing, and Harley Marshall is just hanging on the back of Nathan Hughes. Nathan Hughes is about 6/10 away from Brian's cousin in front, and Brian's cousin is about 8/10 away from Scotty Garrick. But Scotty Garrick and Pascal Hine will probably come a cropper here at some stage if they don't be careful, because they're 2 respectful racers but very angry under the hood at any stretch of the imagination when it comes to making aggressive moves. So it's good to see that these guys are around. Pascal had a rip around at Taupo. He found himself on the podium for the last race of the night. So don't stress about that. He has got some pace in that ZB Commodore. So keep an eye out for him as we round lap 4. Matt Cotter is ever creeping closer to Nick Mallow. He's got that car singing at the moment. Everyone on super soft tyres to start, as we said, that's a mandatory thing, but it's going to be on for Donkey Kong for the next round of pit stops. Who will make the change? Will it be a compound change? Will it just be a soft tyre to go on? Who knows? Are we going to run long? Are we going to run short? That's all in question here, and it's not going away because Matt Cotter is flying, finding that curb beautifully and getting the car to slide its way around turn 7 excellently there. And onto the back straight here. Matt Cotter had massive suckage, as well as Alex McEwen behind him. Alex McEwen's also closing up on Nick Mallow. So Nick Mallow is becoming to be a bit of a cork in that bottle that is ever so getting smaller and smaller, and nearly about to burst here. Only half a second now, and only 9/10 between Alex McEwen and Cotter. So look, it's going to be one of those things. Is it going to happen? Is it not? Where's it going to happen? Can we see it in on lap 10? Will we see it in about 2 laps' time? Will we see McEwen now pressure Matt Cotter to start looking in his mirrors more than look up towards the front of the grid or even the back bumper, really, of Nick Mello's VF Commodore? Who knows? Nick Mello's gone a bit wide there. That's an unforced error from Nick Mello. Now it's only 0.2 of a second between the two of them. It's the battle for the lead here. Is there going to be enough space down the end of the straight? No, Nick Mello's got a beautiful bit of drive there off the start of the front straight. That's going to negate any opportunity for Matt Cotter, but Matt Cotter is not afraid of a send or two. Look at that under braking. Getting in the aero wash, running a bit wide there is Matt Cotter. That's going to hamper him now. Alex McEwen behind him. He's going to gain some tenths, and he does. He was 8 tenths, and now he's only 3 tenths behind him. That battle is going to keep going on. The Iron Rod has, got past Jesse Marshall, and Lachlan Grant now in the pits early. So Lachlan Grant's coming in. He's given up after 5 laps. We'll see what compound he comes out on. About 25 seconds is where you sort of sit stationary here for, ladies and gentlemen. So by the time he gets out, it's a long pit lane. He's going to find himself somewhere at about 35 seconds, I reckon, before he goes. No, I'm wrong there. 36 seconds. There he goes. So he's now out and about. So he's made the change. And we'll see what compound he has come out on. He has come out. Looks like he is on a super soft again. So he's going around for a 3-stop. A bit of a alternate strategy there for Lachlan Grant. So good to see him. Oh, geez, don't lose it too early, son. You'll be in the wall before you know it. Let's get back to the racing. And what has happened here? No, a timing tower hasn't made mistakes. That is Matt Cotter down the inside. This battle is now heated up. Matt Cotter's on the inside. Alex McEwen's on the outside. This is for the second last corner of the track. And battling on here are these two. Jeez Louise. This is going to be on like Donkey Kong. Nick Mello got the perfect driving line. Just given a bit of a shunt there by Matt Cotter. Matt Cotter's not too happy at the moment. He wants to be in first position. He's going to get the job done. What's Alex McEwen going to do? Is he going to get the double suckage? Oh, 3 wide, ladies and gentlemen. Coming into the first corner nearly. And he's got around his teammate, has Alex McEwen in Nick Mello. But now he's going to want to get on the back. He's had to put the brakes on mid-corner to stop himself rear-ending Matt Cotter there. Matt Cotter's gone defensive here. This is for the lead of the race, ladies and gentlemen. And around the outside is Alex McEwen. Alex McEwen's going to have to go a little bit deep there to stick by the B pillar nearly. Oh, no, Matt Cotter's defended that perfectly. Alex McEwen now will have to yield and maybe get himself in the way of Matt Cotter to let maybe his teammate back through on a little bit of an argy-bargy move, I reckon, there from Matt Cotter to take the lead of the race. But we'll have a look at that in the steward's room. Don't worry about that. Very close to the wall was Matt Cotter there. So was Alex McEwen. That was it. So now Matt Cotter leads this race. And see if he can bridge a gap here between himself and Alex McEwen. It's going to be interesting. Who's got more wing? Who has got less wing? Who knows? But Alex McEwen's got a hell of a slipstream here. He's going to try and go around the outside, but Matt Cotter's defended him beautifully there. These two guys aren't giving each other any room whatsoever. Holy mackerel, if you can ever get better racing here. Look at that. Matt Cotter very wide there. Would have got a cut warning for track limits there too on that sort of behaviour. But it has gained him about 1/10 and a half, which is just enough to get out of the breathing room of McEwen for a gap, and he slid it into the corner. Has Matt Cotter. That rear end is very loose. We always see that with Matt Cotter, and Alex McEwen trying to pressure him deep, and he's gone wide as Matt Cotter. So now Alex McEwen is going to try around the outside here for the final last corner, or the corner of the track, and see if he can get it done. Look at that. These tyres are really coming off here. These super softs are screaming for hell and high water, and you can see it in Matt Cotter's rear view mirror now. He's gone super defensive there, has Matt Cotter on Alex McEwen. And not even enough room to get around the bottom of him. And these guys will go around one more time, Daft Punk style, for the battle of the lead. Gee, this is good racing. This is fantastic stuff. You can't take your eye off it, ladies and gentlemen. Matt Cotter is under all sorts of pressure here from Nick Mello. And we will see at some stage, I reckon, an unforced error here from either one of them to come both unstuck. But Nick Mello is down there sticking in with these guys based on the pace difference that these two are doing because they are battling so hard. It is bringing Nick Mello back into the equation. Whoa, you just can't pick it here, ladies and gentlemen. These guys are having an absolute rip-snorting battle. Look at Alex McEwen, just literally millimetres away from the rear bumper of Matt Cotter, giving him probably a bit of his own medicine at this stage. And this is going to be a suck battle now. Everyone comes around this corner, nearly loses it. What is going to happen here? We're right on board again. Here's the suckage, ladies and gentlemen. More suck here than a Dyson vacuum. And it looks like Matt Cotter is now going to be losing that position. If anything, these are guys are neck and neck. Let's see where they sit. Look at that. Oh, argy-bargy. And around the outside goes Alex McEwen. He's going to have to gather it up there. And that is a ripper move from Alex McEwen. Oh, and he's lost it. He's lost it and given it straight back to Matt Cotter. Matt Cotter's around the outside and taken P1 straight back off Alex McEwen. And now Nick Mallow will be watching this going, what do we do, boys? We're in the same chat. Do I take you or not? Let's just keep racing if you don't mind. Matt Cotter's car is screaming. These guys are going to have to come in for the pits at any stage now, you would have to say. Jeez Louise, it is just flying. Look at the time delta. Best 45.9 versus now they're doing nearly 49-second laps. If you don't mind, who's going to dup in? No one. No one's going for the undercut here at this stage. If I was Alex McEwen, I would have gone in for the undercut here because Matt Cotter is struggling big time and just holding him up left, right and centre. So maybe a bit of alternate strategy here for the boys at this rate. This is just one of the best battles of the year so far. You can't get rid of any of them. They are all within half a second of each other, lap after lap after lap. And Brandon Pearce is now yielded. So he's the second guy to yield. So he finds himself in the pits now after 8 laps. So we'll see where that sits him. Where is this happening? Oh, geez Louise, look how close that is. That is some fantastic racing by these two guys. Just hard fought, neck and neck sort of stuff, waiting for someone to make a mistake. And Nick Mallow just does that right there and then. So he'll be out of the equation now for a couple of laps or so. Who's going to blink first, though, in the pits? I wonder. My brain is going at 100 miles an hour between these two. Anything can happen. Let's have a look again. We're coming around for bloody Groundhog Day once more. This is just ad nauseum stuff here. Alex McEwen not as close as he was. 3/10, 2/10. Let's see where he sits and let's go back on board. That suckage is absolutely powerful here around the back straight. Matt Cotter still hasn't defended his line or anything. He's going to take it into turn, what is that, turn 10, I think it is. And he is now all over the back. Wow, that was close. That was some very, very close stuff. Jeez Louise, I can't believe it, what's happening here. This is fantastic stuff here at the moment. Darryl Eastlake would be proud. He'd be losing his absolute chops if he was still alive. God bless him. But Alex McEwen now giving Matt Cotter a bit of a rub there. That was some good stuff. Just a touch to know I'm still here, son. I'm not letting go of you. And just remind yourself that if you pit and I don't, or I pit and you don't, it's going to be on just like it is right here, right now, at the latter stage of the race. And Alex McEwen's come in. So he's going for the undercut, and so is his teammate behind him. Don't worry, there is no battles of pit spaces or doubling up or double stacking, as they say, by these two. So Alex McEwen has blinked, and so is his teammate Nick Mallow. Matt Cotter's gone around one more time. The Volvo teammates, Rolling Moose Racing, Andrew Ferguson and Stephen Marsden behind them, have also done the same as Matt Cotter. So will the undercut be powerful here, or will the overcut? It nearly worked in real life there, but look at all the people peeling into the pits. Andre Elliott's in. Pascal Hines in. Nathan Hughes is also in as well. And these guys are probably making a wise move. Out comes Pascal Hine. So he finds himself in 10th at the moment, just after a pit stop. So that is a really, really good position to be in. Only pitting now. So we'll keep an eye out for him. He's also come out on the super soft. So everyone's doing sort of that 9 laps and going in for another set of supers. And it looks like that's the same thing for effectively second and third. And Nick Mallow's jumped Alex McEwen. Holy mackerel. So, battle on here for the teammates. No love lost. They're just going hammer and tong hardcore racing. I love seeing this sort of stuff. This is good stuff, ladies and gentlemen. You just don't find it anywhere else. It's one of those things where you go, crikeys, this is going to be a whitewash of cars. But no, look at that. And speaking of which, Stephen Marsden is now all over the back of his teammate in Andrew Ferguson. These two will probably be coming in for the pit stop now, which will give them one more lap advantage on the tyres too. So going longer might just hold you in for the last sort of lap battle of the race to get that whole shot. But you've got to get past everyone or your opponent in front of you, before that even happens. So keep an eye out on that sort of stuff in the dying moments of this race. 18 laps and the next one's 29. Jeez Louise. It's going to be absolute belter. Who's going to blink out of the Rolling Moose Racing guys? None of them. They both go in, and they've all said thank you very much. Alex McEwen now has got past Nick Mallow again. So teammates probably know which one's quicker and which one isn't, and keep the fight on and take Matt Cotter on. Stephen Marsden's just copped a drive-through for speeding in the pit lanes. Oh, my goodness gracious me, Stephen. You were following your teammate. How the hell did you manage to do that? But nonetheless, in comes Scotty Garrick as well. But here comes Alex McEwen. Where's Matt Cotter? He is just coming out now. So this is going to be on. So the power of the undercut is not as good as we think, but now Matt Cotter's on cold tyres compared to these guys have got them all warmed up. So I think it's basically neck and neck bang on in terms of the deltas between each other by doing an under or an overcut. Now Mackie Cotter's trying to really light up those rear wheels, and he is doing a good job at the moment. Those tyres will be up to temp very, very shortly, as they are a super soft compound. So everyone's come into the pits in the top 10, I would say, at this point in time. Looks like line astern here for these three once again. Look at that, a tenth, half a second. You don't even mind it. Now look at Alex McEwen. He is fighting hammer and nail here for Matt Cotter. Geez, this is good stuff. This is dead set hard racing in the fair dinkum department, if you don't mind, says Ray Warren. And look at this again, Alex McEwen now trying to do something different. What's he going to do? Is he going to bump draft Matt Cotter? Is he just going to keep going around the outside? It's not going to work for him here. I don't know what is going to happen. And is that Alex McEwen around the outside of Matt Cotter? We'll find out. Yes, it is. Alex McEwen has now taken the position into P1 of Matt Cotter. And now Matt Cotter's got exactly what they wanted to do to him. Get the double position lose. And, oh, look at this. 3 wide. Under braking. Oh, my goodness. They're banging doors. They're banging wheels. And Alex McEwen's come off worst out of all of that. And Matt Cotter somehow has navigated himself back into the lead. Where the hell do you find this stuff, ladies and gentlemen? What an absolute belter of a battle we've got here by everyone. And Matt Cotter's wide. And now it's going to be Nick Mallow giving him a door bang. Now they're both giving each other door bangs. Alex McEwen's going to swap straight through. This is teammate battling one guy out the front. Jeez Louise, where's Pascal Hine when you need him for Matt Cotter? And now Alex McEwen is going to go once more for this position at P1. He's in P2. And, oh, geez, you can't make this stuff up. These guys are going harder than a raver at 2 a.m. on cocaine. And they are not giving each other any inch whatsoever on this dance floor. This is hammer and tong stuff, sheep station-esque material. And, by geez, Nick Mallow nearly took out his own teammate there, hard under brakes. Stephen Marsden's just taking his drive-through for speeding, and I saw Shaggy Smith just cop one himself. So you just can't take your eyes away from this one, ladies and gentlemen. It's just too hot under the collar. And I can see Brandon Pierce behind him, in 7th position, is close to Scotty Garrick. But this is just the battle on track at the moment. I'm going to have to get away from him because I think what we know is going to happen here. If nothing happens down here, for everyone at home getting sick of watching these three, I'm going to change off them for maybe just a split second or two. But who knows? But look who's coming behind them. Look at this. Andrew Ferguson in the Volvo is creeping up on all this happening. Matt Cotter still around the outside, in the inside. Alex McEwen just done the switchback move. Exactly what we saw last lap. And now he's going to block the inside run to block off Matt Cotter. Now Nick Mallow's going to go around the outside of both of them. And who's going to take the line into here? Oh, look at this. Matt Cotter straight up the inside, a deep again. And he's locked the front wheel, but no contact made. Geez, that was skillful by everyone in sundry there. And Andrew Ferguson's in the third. Andrew Ferguson has taken the position of Nick Mallow at the moment by the look of it. Oh, no, he hasn't. Jeez, I got excited there. Look who is in this battle at the moment. Andrew Ferguson, take a bow. You are on here, son. These guys aren't letting go of each other, so you are going to be in for a podium here if anything goes pear-shaped, my friend. So hang in there. By crikey, it's all happening. The second closest battle on track is this guy, Brandon Pierce, and then Nathan Hughes all over the back here of Andre Elliott. So Rangiart versus Tickford Motorsport. And look what's happened here. Matt Cotter, I told you as soon as I got off him something had happened. Matt Cotter has given probably a tap there to Nick Mallow, I would say, into turn 1 and taken position 2 straight off. So now he's going to be all over the back of Alex McEwen if Matt Cotter's tyres have got anything left. When you start battling like this, ladies and gentlemen, for all the armchair experts at home like myself, the tyres tend to go off a lot quicker, which means they will be worn down to the brim. Once you battle, because you are cornering hard, you're braking hard, you're accelerating hard, you're in the hot air of the cars in front of you, and everything just gets hot. So you don't want to do that too often. And what's happened to Brandon Pierce? Nothing. Our timing tower has just given me the absolute ghost and said, no, I'm just going to trick you once more. But holy mackerel, what an absolute fantastic battle we see here. It is just riveting to watch. Now, Nick Mallow is probably going to pressure Matt Cotter there. And I want to get back into position 2 here, but I also want to probably stop you from being a threat from your teammate up in front, because Alex McEwen now has galloped away to a 1.1 second lead, and Nick Mallow is not going anywhere on Matt Cotter. Look at that. Reverse, left, right, centre, upside down, moves here, there, and everywhere. Around the outside goes Nick Mallow. That is a cracking drive if he can get it done. He can't get it done. But now Andrew Ferguson's in the mix here. Fergo's got the job done on Nick Mallow. Take a bow, son. You are now put yourself in a position for the podium. All you got to do now with 7 laps left is take that line defensively but also quickly. And Nick Mallow won't have anything to do for you, and maybe keep that 3rd position. And the Fergo household will be going absolutely off once more again. I think Fergo's got a bit of work to do in the Fergo household. He's now second fiddle to his son in the dominance department in that household after his son dominated him in Wednesday Cup. So look out for these guys. Oh no, he hasn't learned from anything. Now Nick Mallow's gone to, oh look, geez, no, he hasn't. I thought he went down the inside, he did. Fergo braked very late there, but that's okay because now he's going to have the inside run here. But now Nick Mallow's gone around the outside, so that's demoted him into 4th position for now. No one's yielding. Oh, geez, look how close they are. These two guys, Andrew on the brakes, just mid-corner trying to keep it out of the rear end of Nick Mallow. So Nick Mallow's got into 3rd, and Andrew Ferguson's back into 4th. So Jack Ferguson still, if you're watching at home, mate, you've still got the pants in your dad's household for this time being. If you can't get a position, keep walking around like a dog with a tin dick, my old son, because you have got the pants. But it has all fizzled out here at the front for the top 4 for now. It was bound to happen, but what was going to happen, we just never know. Jeez, you just can't make it up. Stephen Marsden in 9th. He will be wishing he was part of this battle here with Andrew Ferguson, but he sped into pit lane, had to take a drive-through penalty, and that's where he finds himself now in 9th, which will find him on the 2nd row, or the 1st row, sorry, for the final race of the evening. So don't stress too much, mate. You'll be there. You'll be up there if you keep your position. Jesse Marshall is a fair way away from him, good 7 or 8 seconds away. Brandon Pierce is a good 2 seconds away from the next compatriot himself in Scotty Garrick. Pro Sim Centre doing a really good job here tonight. Sitting in 6th position is Scotty Garrick. Well done to him for a bit of a comeback. He haven't seen him for a couple of rounds. Good to see him back here now. And Pascal Hine, the German warrior, is doing an excellent job. We might ride on board with him. Turn your volumes up, ladies and gentlemen, and we'll go for a lap here with Pascal Hine around Albert Park. Bit of driving there from Pascal Hine. Good to see him flying around here at the Albert Park circuit in a happy 5th position. And it looks like he's got that car well and truly hooked up, running a different gear ratio, I can see there, between himself and most of the compatriots tonight. A little bit longer there, but it's serving him well in 5th position, so don't worry about that. He's getting ever so closer here to Mr. Ferguson and Nick Mallow. Fergo has not given up on the battle for 3rd position. He definitely wants the pants back in the household there. He won't do that by running wide. That's going to give Nick Mallow a couple of tenths there, especially on this back straight. A bit out of the suck here at the moment with Andrew Ferguson. But these guys will be looking for maybe a last 2-lap battle here if Andrew Ferguson can get it galloped up. Now, Matt Cotter has sort of made a gain on Alex McEwen here. About half a second in the last two. What are the lap differences? 146.7 versus a 146.6, sorry. Nothing in it between the two of them there on the lap time department. Those super soft tyres are now screaming for hell or high water. So a bit of fun going to come our way, I reckon, in the rear tyre department for everyone in Sundry as we get into the final laps of this race. Nick Ballo just really went wide there in the background. Probably gifted Andrew Ferguson back those tenths he lost coming out of turn 7 there with that wide sort of exit that he had. But it's all petered out a bit here for now. Harley Marshall has made himself back into 8th position, so it's a fair bit off the pace here, doing 147.60, so a good second or so off the pace of the front runners here. And no, Scotty Garrick's come a proper. Oh no, Scotty Garrick was in a great position there in 6th and has found himself looping it into the second last corner here at Albert Park and demoted himself down into 8th position, which has given Brandon Pierce 6th place, if you don't mind. So he just nearly came a cropper there, I reckon. Tried to avoid Scotty Garrick doing a 149, and then Harley Marshall behind him doing 148. So all a position out of nothing for those two. But this battle here at the front is now spicing up once more, ladies and gentlemen. Half a second in it between Alex McEwen and Matthew Cotter. Matthew Cotter and Alex McEwen both sideways alpha out there. That is exciting to watch here. Look at the tyre behaviour. Oh no, Alex McEwen's ran wide there. That's a huge moment for him. He's gathered it up, but gee, that's going to cost him nearly 3 or 4 tenths. And look at him sideways through turn 8. That is incredible stuff there. And we come around turn 9. And it's going to be exciting. These two have pushed their tyres to the absolute limit, battling hammer and tong. I told you that earlier. And it is definitely happening here now. Matt Cotter's going to have to change the bias to the front a bit, because those rears will be singing to the high heavens in about a lap or two time for any lockups or rotation that he doesn't want to happen in Matt Cotter. But Alex McEwen still holding position here. Bit of battling under brakes. Oh no, Alex McEwen's lost it, and that's gifted Matt Cotter the lead. Alex McEwen, unforced error from himself there, completely lost the rear and sideways, and that is a shocking result for him. He will be spewing at the moment, and his teammate Nick Mallow behind him saw that from afar. Those two will be on the radio together going, shit, what happened there, mate? Don't hold me up any longer, because I've got an angry Andrew Ferguson behind me wanting to take the chockies in the podium department. But now Matt Cotter has surely got himself the victory here in race 2. After that, 2.5 seconds away, if you don't mind. Alex McEwen, an unforced error, not like him to do that, and it's gifted Matt Cotter the lead. It was such a good battle for the most of the part of the race here. It was all happening. Something was bound to give, and it sure did there in Alex McEwen doing his best impression of someone with dead tyres, and it looks like they are absolutely shot. That is some hairy racing to go on. Nick Ballow's already gaining on him like big time here, so I'm not sure what happened. Maybe a tyre difference. Nick Ballow's ran wide there. That's a cut warning for him. Andrew Ferguson's still a bit far away there, 9 tenths away from these two guys to get anywhere up into the podium. But good showing from Andrew Ferguson nonetheless. Don't worry about the housing situation for him. He's doing well. James Claypole, the iron rod, has just got past Brian's cousin. So the pressure is off Claypole and on Brian's cousin, because even though Brian's cousin's knows that his cousin himself has got a week off from the ARIA charts, he was still wanting to get himself into 10th or somewhere to have a good race for the last race. These guys are going hammer and tong. Oh no, there goes James Claypole and McFadden had a good tangle, nearly lost it there. I don't think that was Claypole's fault. He thought it was, but look what's happened here. Alex McEwen has given up the second position to his teammate for now, and Andrew Ferguson now is going to be licking his lips for sure, because he knows Alex McEwen is in Struggle Town on the last lap of the race coming up here at AK Racing with Simsational TV. And Andrew Ferguson has got those rear tyres probably about as dead as Alex McEwen, but doing a better job of managing it here for now. Look at the car behaviour here from Andrew Ferguson's point of view. Look at the two. Oh, geez, that is incredible. The Rolling Moose Racing Volvo is on fire here tonight. The Project 4 guys in front are struggling big time. Just got to keep the car as straight as you can on entry to not get that exit compromised. And now Andrew Ferguson, oh, geez, sideways there as well as he comes out. But There's easy prey in front of him if he can keep it all together. Look at that, going in the rearview mirror of Alex McEwen. Alex McEwen struggling under brakes here. Andrew Ferguson going to have an absolute ripstore of a battle. Look at this sequence of corners. Oh, no, they're all struggling here. Andrew Ferguson's getting excited. He's got the loud pedal on well and truly here now. He's catching slides left, right, and centre. That is some absolutely fantastic action there. Not the quickest way around the track. Andrew Ferguson, if he can get this corner right, I reckon he'll be on for a bit of a suck here off Alex McEwen if he can. But Alex has got that corner right. Matt Cotter has just galloped away 4 seconds up the road. That is incredible stuff. Andrew Ferguson has probably given up the ghost here. Is the Project 4 battle going to resume here for the final lap of the race? Is anyone going to yield to each other? I don't know what's happening. Team orders into in-house. Just go racing, people. And may the best man win. And I think Nick Mello's going to take the chockies off Alex McEwen here. Oh, geez, you couldn't have written a better race. This has been fantastic up the front here, ladies and gentlemen. It has all been on for young and old and ancient in the Andrew Ferguson department. And look at this all happening. Pascal Hines nearly found himself in the battle too. If there was only 3 more laps, I reckon he'd be there. And the battle here is going to be on. What's going to happen around the final corner? Is Alex McEwen going to get it back off Nick Mello? Nick Mello's ran a little bit wide there on entry, but that's going to be okay for these two as Matt Cotter comes across the line right as we speak here at Simsational TV to take out race 2. Congratulations, son. Nick Mello in second and Alex McEwen in third. Andrew Ferguson in fourth. And just on the nick of time is Pascal Hine for 5th place. Andrew Ferguson just doing a fantastic trip there to cross the line. Brandon Pearson 6th. Harley Marshall, what a recovery drive into 7th for him. Not a bee's dick between those two either, only a 10th of it in the end. Scotty Garrick in 8th. Stephen Marsden crossed it in 9th after having a drive-through penalty in that race. That hampered him in his position. He would probably be wishing he was up there with the Ferguson department, but he will find himself right next to Nathan Hughes for race 3 on the front row of the grid, and himself and Andre Elliott nearly coming a cropper there on the final lap at the finish line. Only a 10th and a bit between it. Where's James Claypole? Here he is crossing the line now. Brian's cousin in 13th. Jesse Marshall in 14th for the Marshall Brothers Racing team. Lachlan Grant having an absolute shocker of an evening tonight. He would usually be up there in the top 10, and he will find himself rounding the corners to 15th place. Guy Duff in 16th. Clayton Waters, Cam Waters as we call him, in 17th. Bradsky Turby and Ryan Nielsen sticking around here for the 2 laps down, but still having a good race. Absolutely fantastic to see from him here in the ZB Commodore. Those guys will round out the grid, but hats off to these 3 gentlemen here. It has been an absolute rip-snorter of a race by everyone in sundry, from Cotto, Mallow, McEwen and Ferguson. None of them let go of anyone at any stage, and that was probably the best racing I've seen for the V8s this year, for the battle in the lead and even for the podium. So hats off to everyone in sundry in the first 4 and all of our races here tonight. We'll follow them around and get them onto the first podium boards into the slots where they will park themselves up. If they do, just Matt Cott, I don't know what he's doing a burnout, and I think he is going to do here just to celebrate that fantastic win. Yes, he is doing a burnout into the pits, if you don't mind, says Matt Cotter. And well deserved there. After all of that, that was some cracking racing by everyone in sundry. That is your podium positions. Let's see if we can get a better view of them. I'm not sure we can because the track cameras don't like us here. In your middle there is Matt Cotter doing his best impression for first. Second is Nick Mallow, and then third on the left-hand side is Alex McEwen for your race 2 results. And that was an absolute belter. Those guys, hats off to all of his. Bit of clean racing, bit of dirty racing, but everyone gave everyone room where necessary. We love to see that here at AK Racing. So fantastic result nonetheless. 3 wide, 4 wide, nearly at every stage in this race. We had it all here at AK Racing. So hats off to everyone in sundry for that too as well. There we go. That's the only view I can get of everyone involved here at this moment. Well done. Loving life, loving every bit of this. This was some fantastic racing, and well done to our 3 podium getters. Matt Cotter in first, Nick Mallow second, Alex McEwen third, Andrew Ferguson in a gallant 4th position. Nothing between those 3 in the end. Pascal Hine, 5th position. What a great result for the German Warrior. Brandon Pearce, the AK Racing mogul, in 6th. Harley Marshall, the copper, in 7th. Scotty Garrick, Pro Sim Centre Racing, in 8th. Stephen Marsden in 9th. And Nathan Hughes in 10th. That grid there, ladies and gentlemen, flip that around. And that will be your reverse top 10 for the final race of the evening, which is a 29-lapper coming right your way here. Andre Elliott in 11th. James Claypole in 12th. McFadden in 13th. Jesse Marshall in 14th. Grant 15th. 16th is Duff, Waters, Turby, Nielsen, Smith, all round out your top 20 for the evening. And that was some fantastic bloody racing. I'm excited for the next one. Cannot wait. We're going to be back here at Simsational TV for the final race of the evening here in YouTube land and at AK Racing. So don't go away. Go refill everything that you know about. Go and relieve yourself at the latrines. And AK Racing will be right back here on Simsational TV for the final race in just a hot second. you feel the anticipation? I surely can, by Jingos. This is going to be a belter, ladies and gentlemen. 1 minute and 48 seconds to go. What do you do? I think with everyone in sundry here, it's going to be one of those things where can we get through unscathed or can we not? Because you've got an angry gaggle of cars everywhere in the top 10, if you don't mind. Speaking of which, that's our grid. In first position is Nathan Hughes. Second is Stephen Marsden. Scotty Garrick in third. And Harley Marshall in fourth. So that is your front two rows there, ladies and gentlemen. Brandon Pearce in 15th. Let's have a look at his car. There you go. You can sort of see it through there. Pascal Hine in a Gallant 5th as well. Andrew Ferguson in 6th. Alex McEwen 7th. Nick Mellon 8th, 9th, I would say. And Matt Cotter in 10th. That is going to be a grid for the top 10. And it is dark here, ladies and gentlemen. It is dark. And I think all of these races here at this stage will be wanting to get the grip down pat and sorted, because with an hours to go here, it might be getting a bit dark here at Calder Park with daylight savings and all that sort of thing. But who knows? Who knows? Our grid is going to be on like Donkey Kong. Andre Elliott in 12th, or 11th respectively, sorry. James Claypole in 12th. McFadden in 13th. Marshall in 14th. Lachlan Grant in 15th. Guiduff in 16th, Waters in 17th, 18th is Bradsky Turby, and 18th is, I can't even get it right. 19th is Brian Nielsen, 20th is Lawrence Smith, Luke Fallon in 21st, and Luke Newing is back after his computer absolutely crapped his stacks, but geez Louise, look out here, we are on, all lights are up and out and racing, and we are just about ready, set to go for the final race of the night here at AK Racing. Who's going to get the whole shot? Nathan Hughes is away very, very well there in himself. That was some fantastic stuff. Everyone's got behind. There's Matt Cotter, and Nathan Hughes is now leading this race. Where is Stephen Marsden? Stephen Marsden is getting attacked, and that is Harley Marshall around. Oh, no, you cannot ride it any worse for Harley Marshall. He is off the track and out of the lead of this race. Nathan Hughes is done in first. Garrick in second. Then we've got right behind him is Marsden now going for a move up the inside. And Stephen Marsden has locked the brakes. He's out braked himself, going to nug into Hughes. Hughes has ran wide now, and that's demoted him. And that is Brandon Pearce around halfway in the background. Oh, geez, it's all happening here. Nick Bellow somehow has found himself around. Oh, no, there's Ferguson around. Ferguson, oh, no, it wasn't. It was Scotty Garrick, sorry. Scotty Garrick is round and out. And Nick Bellow has found himself in 5th position already with Matt Cotter right behind him there too. Geez, I'll tell you what, Nathan Hughes is under pressure here. He is getting hounded by the two compatriots in Nick Mello and Matt Cotter. Geez Louise, it's all happening. Stephen Marsden's found himself in the lead of the race after all of that. Pascal Hine in second place. The German Warrior is doing well. Nathan Hughes in third from starting on the front row. He's still gained that position and helped it there. That's good. But right behind him is an angry Nick Mello, Matt Cotter, Ferguson, Elliott, as well as Andre. That is a fantastic start for Andre Elliott. He will be loving life in the Rangiat ZB. Jesse Marshall has now got the chockies, and there's Harley Marshall around again. Holy cow, he just can't catch a break here. Look at this battle. Everyone is having a good old-fashioned crack here, and that battle up the front is now on. Hughes getting overtaken by Nick Mello, and he's got the job done now. Matt Cotter's probably wanting a piece of the action, but Andrew Ferguson's going to have the piece of the biggest action. Get Matt Cotter done. Wow. That is it, ladies and gentlemen, for Andrew Ferguson. Fantastic job. And now Andrew Ferguson getting the rear bumper tag from Matt Cotter. Nathan Hughes here in 4th position. Nick Mallows found himself in 3rd. Where is Alex McEwen? All the way back there in 15th. He has come absolutely a cropper there in the first corner of the race, and that has sent him right back down the grid. I would say down and out for now, but don't ever count him out, that's for sure. Nick Mallow is getting hounded by Nathan Hughes. Nathan Hughes is quick, ladies and gentlemen. He's dominating in the Wednesday Cup at this stage. Found some form. Andrew Ferguson and Matt Cotter going hammer and tong here. Jeez Louise, now Andrew Ferguson is going to get overtaken, yes, underneath by Matt Cotter. And Matt Cotter's probably trying to get 2-for-1 deal here at the moment, but he doesn't get that. Andrew Ferguson, however, says, no, not giving it that easily, son. I'm going right back around the outside. And that is cracking driving there from the both of them. Just can't find it anywhere else. Harley Marshall's got past Clayton Waters and going to find himself in a battle to get right back up there. Fairway down the grid. But speaking of fairway up the grid here, it's all happening. Ferguson now is going to hound. Oh, geez, going to get the cockpit cam going there. Oh, sideways for Andrew Ferguson. That was hairy stuff. He's going to find himself in danger here, getting passed by Matt Cotter around the outside, but he'll find himself on the inside line, which is the advantage line, coming into the left-right sweeper as we do, and he has done that, but Matt Cotter is not letting go of him. They are neck and neck, and now Matt Cotter's none the wiser and can't win the race on lap 2, says Matt Cotter. So I'll slot back in and get you where I want to get you next time, Mr. Ferguson. And he is doing so at the moment. Brian McFadden, he's going to get past Jesse Marshall here and take 8th place off him. That is good stuff there from Jason McFadden, but Jesse Marshall's not letting go of it easily, but a bit of a door-banging situation there. And now Jason McFadden's thought, oh, I'll redress that. That was a bit unkind, and he's done so. But Matt Cotter now has come past Andrew Ferguson, forced himself around, I would say, and now Andrew Ferguson is in 6th position, and Andre Elliott behind him now is going to be pounding the back of Andrew Ferguson. Hopefully his composure can come back. The fastest lap of the race, though, is by our 2nd place German warrior, Pascal Hein, a 140, I think it was a 148.4, yes it was, by him so far in this race. So good stuff. He's going to try and get onto the back gearbox of Stephen Marsden, and now look where Stephen Marsden is. From trials and tribulations, finds himself leading the big stuff, the big dance here at the end. Alex McEwen now, look at this, in 15th to 10th. He is now in an angry gaggle of cars. He's going to have to be careful here, because I reckon that's McFadden behind him nearly locking up. Yes, it is. That was some hairy stuff. Lachlan Grant's getting in on this action too here in the mid-pack battle of it. That is Clayton Waters and Brandon Pearce behind him having a good tussle. And Brandon Pearce has got the advantage there over everyone else. Lachlan Grant, though, on a recovery drive. Guy Dove has been spun around. Oh, no, absolute carnage. Oh, there's cars everywhere. Ladies and gentlemen, oh, my goodness gracious me. Lachlan Grant has come a proper, I would say, somewhere in there. Yes, he has. That is Clayton Waters. That is Bradsky Turby getting out of the way. Guy Duff is now just trying to get himself back in there, and that is some major steering damage for Guy Duff. He is well and truly out of this race, and so is Clayton Waters. I wouldn't be surprised here if there's a safety car. Yes, there is. Safety car boards and flags are out, ladies and gentlemen. And now that gap that Andrew Ferguson, that Stephen Marsden has tried to bridge is now all neutralised here. So we have a safety car, because this gentleman and this gentleman are left or right hand down significantly. Clayton Waters even worse, and the iron rod somehow has came out of that unscathed, albeit probably some aero damage, and Nielsen is finding himself coming back onto the rear of this pack here at this moment. So geez, it's all happening. But Stephen Marsden here, a bit of lull in proceedings, a safety car at this stage I would say, or maybe a virtual safety car for tonight. Is he going to get around now? Is the green flag going to come out and go? Oh, they're weaving tyres at this stage, so it looks like we're going to go around for a lap or so here to maybe get back onto everything. But unless the virtual safety car lights go green, that is something that we'll probably look at later down the track. Get this car radar off the screen while we possibly can, if I possibly can. What is going on there? Get rid of that. That is the other one. Where is the proper one here? Somewhere. Try to find it, but safety car nonetheless, ladies and gentlemen. There it is. Looking very pretty in the afternoon sunlight, if you don't mind me saying. Is that safety car? So very, very nicely presented there. And looks like everyone in Sundry is piling up procurement behind them. All nicely and kind. The safety car is that going around at the moment. So, geez, there's our leaderboard. Marsden, Hine, Mallow, Hughes, Cotter, Ferguson, Elliott, Marshall, McEwen, and McFadden in the top 10 position placings. And that is something to behold there for sure in that part. Those guys aren't going anywhere. He wanted to give up any positions, especially Stephen Marsden. He had an absolute shocker there in race 2, drive-through penalty, and for speeding in the pit lane. So he will be wanting to make amends for any sort of error that he did in race 2 to get back up there in the podium position for everyone in Sundry and make it a good battle for the rest of the race, I would say here, especially when it comes to everything else involved. I'm sorry about the stream here, I just cannot get this radar off. It's somewhere around here. No, radar, that'll be the one there. No, that's the normal one. cannot see it here, ladies and gentlemen. That's what you get here on Simsational TV. Teething little things here, there, and everywhere. I just cannot see it, but see if I can get rid of it somehow, because it is annoying when it pops up in the screen, in the middle of the screen there, not the ideal place to be. But what's your predictions in the chat for everyone as well? I reckon something big is going to happen here. Restarts of AK Racing are always something to behold. And yeah, it could be interesting. While we've got a lull in proceeding, give us your predictions in chat if you can. Look, Reenie has said keep the speeding to the track this round last time. Pretty good call, if you don't mind me saying. It's a bit of banter in there, but see Ronald Marshall is in the chat. Ron, if you're out there, give us your best shout out and see what we can see here in the sim racing department. It's all happening. That's for sure. No excitement lost here at AK Racing tonight. It's just on like Donkey Kong everywhere. The safety car has peeled away, so look out for that. I reckon. Geez, I don't know. Andrew, and now Stephen Marsden is seeking himself around and going at 80 k's, keeping those tyres warm. It's going to be interesting. Let's see what happens here. So here we are, ladies and gentlemen, off and racing once again here in race 3, the final race of the evening at Calder Park Raceway. Safety car proceeding has nullified the grid so far. So line of stern here into T1. Goes Stephen Marsden. Runs wide there to Stephen Marsden. Oh no, that's going to be disaster for him. What's going to happen? Nick Mallow now is on the inside. Pascal Hine. Pascal Hine's around. No way. Oh, and he's got collected by Matt Cotter. Oh, geez, you couldn't predict that, ladies and gentlemen. That is going to be some serious damage there. Oh, Pascal Hine, you poor bastard. You are out of this race with right hand down damage. And Matt Cotter is identical here at the moment. So our race 2 winner, Matt Cotter, is out of this race. And Jesus, you couldn't predict anything worse for him at this stage, or Pascal Hine. He's going down the boards here at the moment. But look at this at the front. Nick Mallow has got through all of that and is now hounding the back of Stephen Marsden. That is line of stern racing if I've ever seen it before. Look at the chopper cam just giving us a good view here of everyone in sundry. Nick Mallow going absolutely wide as wide you can go. And it's not going to happen here for everyone else. Oh, geez, I got off the battle. Here we go. It's all on. These guys aren't giving each other any room whatsoever. Stephen Marsden now. He's getting hounded here by Nick Mallow. Nick Mallow's going to go up the inside, take the position off him. That is going to be P1, I reckon, here. Unless they have something to say about it. Nick Mallow's nearly around. Oh, that's promoted Nathan Hughes into second, and also Andrew Ferguson into third. Nick Mallow from the lead of the battle race into fourth position. And just a corner. That is all happening. And look who's here. Alex McEwen, you lucky bastard, got through all of that as well and is finding himself in fifth. Jeez Louise, Andre Elliott and McFadden, the two Rangiards are behind him, line of stern. And then Scotty Garrick, too, in the Pro Sim Centre, is in there. And that is some absolutely fantastic stuff by Alex McEwen. Take a bow so far in this race. And look what's happening. Nick Mallow and Andrew Ferguson going hammer and tongue here, just like we saw here in late race 2. Late in the game, if you don't mind. These two aren't shy to have a good battle around each other. And now Nick Mallow's going to go try down the inside for the overtake. Andrew Ferguson's going to be none the wiser, but he's going to run too wide there. And I think he's going to resume. Yes, he is. So Nick Mallow is in third now, taking that off him. Scotty Garrick's got past McFadden. McFadden tried to defend his line, but couldn't. Now Scotty Garrick will be looking for Andre Elliott as his next target. Stephen Marsden, though, is still in the lead of this race after everything going on. So does Nathan Hughes in second. Jeez Louise, these guys are having a good time of their life. 6 laps down out of 29. You just can't pick it. I'll tell you what, this battle at the back, though, is heating up. Look at this. We've only got 3 or 4 tenths between these guys. The two teammates, Nick Pearce and Shaggy Smith, having a good crack here at each other. Wonder what that Discord that humble chat's going to look like here. I tell you what, speaking of Mumble Chat, stick around after the race because our 3 podium place getters will be interviewed after. Brandon Pierce just goes right over every single bit of the curve post-race. And what has happened there? Is that Shaggy Smith in the wall? No way, you are kidding me. Oh, geez, so many stories here of could have beens tonight. Shaggy Smith, Lawrence Smith, if you really want to be politically correct, is out of this race into the pits. So he will find himself a few laps down. Oh, no, that was my timing tower getting all excited. But Nick Mellor now all over the back of Nathan Hughes. These guys won't be giving each other an inch. I'll give you the hot tip. And it could be on like Donkey Kong here at any stage between Nick Mellor and Nathan Hughes. Bit of a pace differential between the two, but Nathan Hughes is a great defender at any stretch of the imagination. So we'll keep an eye on these guys and see what's going on here. He's run a bit wide there, and taily as anything there. Dolphins will be jealous of that with that tail action. And I'll tell you what, I think that's job done for Nick Mellor. Around the outside he goes, and yes, he's just snubbed the nose off the front of that Falcon. And into second place goes Nick Mellor. Nothing can really stop him here, I don't think, from a second position at least. Stephen Marsden, though, is a feisty character. If he's got the car under him, you won't be able to get past him in a hurry at all. And we'll see what's going on. A few different sort of strategies here too. Luke Ewing is on the super soft tyre. So is the Iron Rod in James Claypole. So these guys are well. And so Cotter and Hine have done basically the team thing and said just go on supers and see where it puts us for the rest of the strategy. But as we know, ladies and gentlemen, if anything can be predicted, it can't be the pit stops, because we had 10 or so laps on the super softs in race 2 and everyone came into switcheroo. But this race, you have to switch compounds at some stage. You can't just run all the way around, as nice as you like, just on super soft for the whole race. You've got to come into chains and get on those soft tires at some stage. So it's on for young and old here at the front. Alex McEwen now sniffing his nose into this battle. Here we wanted to get past Nathan Hughes if he possibly can for third position. Scotty Garrick, though, is all over the back here of Andre Allen. He was hunting him down, as I said earlier. It's taken him 2 laps to get up the back, and Luke Fallon also had a drive through the speeding, I would say. He's maybe a jump start, not too sure. But he's taken his drive through to find himself just a lap down at this point in time. But geez, this is a good battle here between these two. Let's ride on board here with Scotty Garrick. There's a shallower line there on entry for Scotty Garrick, but a bit slower, so it hasn't really affected the exit too much between himself and Andre Elliott behind him. But now he's going for a good dive bomb underneath the inside. I think he's going to get this job done with Scotty Garrick. He does. Gets the job done. It's in the 6th position here for Scotty Garrick. Don't worry about the timing tower, it's just doing his best impression of settling stuff up in the computer system. And finds it now. Scotty Garrick finds himself in a position to change, I guess, I can't speak of that. Very well done. Ali Marshall's not there, so that was battle for 6th. Ferguson just up the road from him at the moment in 5th. Alex McEwen now is tackling Nathan Hughes. This is a move for positional changes. This is for podium. Is he going to get the job done? Nathan Hughes is going to make him work for it, though. Give it mail. Nathan Hughes around the outside and just onto the ripple strip of both of them here. That was some risky stuff, but well done and well managed for the both of them. Nathan Hughes is going to go defensive here. Alex McEwen is going to go try around the outside. See what happens here between the both of them. Here comes Alex McEwen on Nathan Hughes. Who's going to get the job done? I think Alex McEwen now has got the run. Yes, he has. That is 3rd position now for Alex McEwen off Nathan Hughes. Hopefully Hughesy can keep it in the top 5. He's got some good pace in that Falcon. And keep it there, son. We're about for you here in the Simsational TV commentary box. Just like this up. Look at Luke Ewing. He's got super softs on and making his way up the field. He is now in 10th about a lap ago, and now he's in 8th. So don't you stress about that guy. He is quick and starting to make way. I'm assuming he started and hit it on lap 1 or something like that, and then got back up behind the safety car for a set of supers. But he's getting hounded here by Andre Elliott. Andre Elliott's just got some absolute suckage and says, thank you very much, easy as you like. I'm going to take that position off you. And has done so. Very, very well done. Speaking of very well done, Stephen Marsden, take a bow. It is lap 10 nearly, and you are still in the lead of this race. Very, very well done from him at this stage, doing his best impression of Michael Shoemaker versus Alonso here to keep that guy behind him in Nick Mallow. He is a fiery customer tonight, Nick Mallow. He wanted to take advantage of that lead in the championship that you saw earlier and gallop away from Harley Marshall, because Harley Marshall is an absolute shocker tonight. He's in the pits now. Come through, he's going to find himself out on Supersoft compounds. To see where that puts him in the long run of the race, we will find out soon. But Nick Mallow now is taking the move and is trying to get around the outside for positional change there. Nearly, just so nearly, a battle of attrition for the two of them. Fastest lap by Matt Cotter, don't worry about that. This battle here at the front is absolute rip snorting. And Matt Cotter may be quick, but he is all the way down in 19th. You wouldn't have predicted that at the start, would you, ladies and gentlemen? 19th position, the two teammates coming together, T-boning each other in an incident that Pascal Hyde was involved. Now just sent himself into Matt Cotter, and you couldn't have asked for a worse result there. But now look at Nick Mallow, apexing earlier, doing his every impression of a guy who just wants to get into first place. And he's going to get that done here with Stephen Marsden giving up the ghost and saying, you can have that position, son. Hopefully you run wide and I can get a better run around the outside than you. But I don't think that's going to happen here, because Nick Mallow is in P1. And that is going to promote Alex McEwen up into this battle here between himself and Stephen Marsden for second. And then behind them is the teammate of Stephen Marsden in Andrew Ferguson. So the teammate battle between himself, Marsden, Hughes, McEwen and Mallow is on tonight. It is on for young and old. Stick with it. Oh, geez, what has happened there? Oh, no, there was some net coding, and Alex McEwen is around. Oh, no, I don't blame Alex McEwen for that at all. That is just net coding at its worst, and has absolutely sent Alex McEwen shitting himself on the brake pedal, and around he goes. Oh, no, that is disaster for Alex McEwen. Pierce nearly ran up the arse of him. That is shocking. You cannot predict that. That is no fault of Stephen Marsden's there at all. You cannot say anything about that. And that is just internet racing here at this point in time, ladies and gentlemen. But that has promoted Hughes back up into the podium position. Ferguson in fourth is now be licking his chops, because he knows he can get Nathan Hughes at some stage. Scotty Garrett, Pro Sim Centre, around all the carnage, into fifth place. That is good. Spewing Newing is doing anything but that tonight. He is celebrating. He's in sixth. McFadden, Brian's cousin, finding some pace in the last race here for tonight. And look at this behind. Claypole, Pierce and McEwen all having a good battle at each other. Alex McEwen trying to get himself back in front of everyone, which he has done. But James Claypole having a good drive tonight, finding himself here in the top 10. It's good to see. Look at this battle for the front. Marsden has not let go of Nick Mallow, because Nick Mallow has got the position done on him a lap earlier, and now now Stephen Marsden is having a good crack and have touched. Oh no, the two Project 4 cars are having an absolute shocker in the contact department tonight, and that was a bit nasty by Stephen Marsden. I think there was a little bit of contact there, but Nathan Hughes now is going to be all over the back of Marsden trying to gain positions here. Nick Mallow only lost a position or two there. Oh, geez, what is happening here? My voice is broken. That's Nathan Hughes. He's run wide. He's gathered it up, though. Very, very good car control there. Gathered it up for now. And Nick Mallow's right behind him. That's allowed Stephen Marsden to gallop ahead. Now Nick Mallow is going to be up the side of Nathan Hughes and is going to get the job done here, or is he? Andrew Ferguson's wanting a taste of this pie and trying to get up the back of anyone to get some position, because now Scotty Garrick is looking at these guys going, what the hell's going on here, ladies and gentlemen? I can't believe you guys are on track here. I'm just hanging back here watching for the panoramic scenic view, and you guys are going on for positional changes like it's lap one. Nick Mallow now, however, has got around Nathan Hughes. Nathan Hughes now is trying to do the switchback and locked up and got all crossed sideways. Gathered it up again as Nathan Hughes. Wowee, you cannot predict anything here. And look at this, Scotty Garrick behind him has gone on around the inside of Andrew Ferguson. Andrew Ferguson now is under attack from Scotty Garrick. Volvo having a good battle here. Jeez Louise, where do you find it? Volvo leading, Holden forward, then three Volvos line astern after third position. Jeez, it's all happening here in the Swiss department. More holes in this battle than Swiss cheese itself. And Scotty Garrick found himself in fourth position. Luke Newing behind these two in sixth, just bringing back, doing his best impression of everyone else, but super soft tyres if you don't mind. That's a good strategy from him. him. I reckon this will probably help him in the long run in the race. My voice is absolutely captain here at this point in time. Stephen Marsden, take a bow. You have gone through trials and tribulations, still in the lead of this race. Nick Mallow, though, is looking at you like a great white shark, looking at a big seal in front of him, wanting to take a bite out of you and take that position off him on the food chain. Is Nick Mallow. Scotty Garrick, though, not letting go of Nathan Hughes. Neither is Andrew Ferguson of Scotty Garrick. So these guys are all having a good crack together. Jeez, it's exciting racing tonight. We haven't seen the swing camera much tonight. It's just been too hot to handle with all the battling that's going on here. What's happened to Lachlan Grant? Oh no. Where do you catch a break for him tonight? You just can't. You just cannot. It's incredible. Pascal Hine has got past. So that's position done there for Pascal. Unfortunately, it was in third position and then got T-boned by that Connor, which gave them both enormous steering damage. And that was their race done and dusted for tonight. And any podium chances whatsoever. Let's grab another safety car. Could happen. You just never know. It could happen. But that's what sim racing's about here. And these guys aren't letting go of each other. Neither is Guy Duff on Clayton Waters. Clayton Waters tonight is doing his best impression of Cam Waters, just battling himself around at any point of the track here. And look at this, bit of suckage, bit of battling here for those two. They're having a good crack at each other tonight. This is good stuff to see. Up the inside, down the outside, whatever you want to do. Oh no, Clayton Waters around! Oh, we've commentated cursed him again. That allows Bradsky Turby and Guy Duff, Screw and Pro Sim setup, up into position 13th and 14th for now. Jeez Louise, it's nothing short of a miracle that we've any of these guys haven't just completely stopped in the middle of the track. We've had a safety car or two, but why, I'm going to give you a voice break here. This guy, Andrew Ferguson, is cracking on. This is a cracking battle. Let's sit with silence, but see what happens in the V8 Supercars between these guys, and we'll find out what happens in the race between these guys. Look at that battling. That's all happening. As that Nathan Hughes in front still, Andrew Ferguson having a good crack. Let's sit on board with them in silence and see what happens for the remainder of this battle here at Albert Park for the next lap or so. You are absolutely kidding me. You have got to be kidding me. What in the hell has happened there to Andrew Ferguson? Oh my goodness gracious. Everything is happening in this last race. I can't even catch a break myself in the commentary box. I don't get paid for this, so I can take a break whenever I want, ladies and gentlemen. But Jesus, this is all happening. Now Andrew Ferguson is out of the battling. He's finding himself in ninth. But he's got Andre Elliott behind him. Has Andrew Ferguson got any steering damage? He has. Oh no. So this will be a trip to the pits or a battle on for Andrew Ferguson. I think it's going to be a trip to the pits. He cannot keep that car together. That is some right hand down action. And Jason McFadden now and McEwen have literally gone hammer and tong there. That probably looked a bit hairy, if you ask me. But McFadden has gifted the position to Alex McEwen. And Alex is now back in 6th place after all the trials and tribulations for him. Nick Mallow's in the pits. Let's see where that puts him. 14 laps on softs, and he's given up the ghosts. On that, where's he? No, he's still on the super soft tyres, still circulating here. The only bloke on track in the top 10 on super softs. So we'll see where that puts him. Brandon Pierce now too in the pits. So he's just come in, but now Nick Mallow is out, and Nick Mallow is on super softs. So it's be another 8 laps, I reckon, 8 or 9 laps, which will put him at lap 23 on those supers. But he'll have to put softs on at some stage. He's going to have to. You can't just roll around here without a compound change. So we'll see where this puts him in the next sort of thing. I reckon that's what he's going to do. Maybe pit for another set of softs. While that is happening, though, Scotty Garrick has found himself in a battle here with Nathan Hughes, and that is job done for Scotty Garrick. He's going to put himself into second position here over Nathan Hughes. And when it all happens, it happens quickly, ladies and gentlemen. It doesn't happen slowly and surely here on the straight. It's all done. Scotty Garrick will take a bow in second place here. Legitimately in second place, if you don't mind. Stephen Marsden is legitimately in first. Just galloped away there. 4.1 seconds from these guys with all the trials and tribulations of the front runners from race 2 happening here has just gifted Stephen Marsden, rightly so, a great opportunity here for the race victory with 15 laps or 16 laps to go here at Albert Park. Nathan Hughes is not letting go of Scotty Garrick. It's the closest battle on track here at the moment. So these guys aren't letting go of each other. Oh, you can't pick it. You just cannot pick it. It's one of those days where everything is happening and it's unpredictable as hell. I'm excited and I'm enjoying it here in the commentary box. Don't you mind that? But geez, you just can't pick any place. Alex McEwen now in the pits on lap 15. So he's just come in and stopped. We'll see where that puts him in the grand scheme of things. I'm not too sure where he will end up. I reckon he'll probably end up out about 10th. But that was a short stop. Geez, he was away quickly there. We'll see where that puts him. He's in 7th now. He's in 8th. I reckon. Yeah, he's in 8th. So he's going to find himself in 8th by the time he pits. So a good battle here. Nonetheless, from everyone in sundry. Like, you cannot pick anything in the prediction department here for the night. Nathan Hughes is getting pulled by Scotty Garrick on track only, ladies and gentlemen. Not quite literally in the sense that it means. And is dropping down a bit in the pace department. Stephen Marsden is not getting away from Scotty Garrick in saying that. But Luke Newing is doing sensationally here, or simsationally if you don't mind. Finding himself in 4th position here, circulating just nicely, is Luke Newing in the strategical department. Good to see him out and about. Nick Mello in 6th place as he comes out onto the track. He's only 2 places in front, or a place, sorry, in front of his teammate Alex McEwen, with Andre Elliott, the lonely soldier in the middle from the Rangiart department, but his teammate Brian McFadden's cousin, in Jason McFadden, sitting pretty in 5th. Very good stuff here, and performance by those two. Oh, geez, I've commentated cursed him as I get on him, but that's okay. That is Claypole behind him, who is a lap down. So don't stress on that sort of car behaviour, I guess you would call it. What's Bradsky Turby doing? Bradsky Turby is hunting down Pierce. He's hunting down Pierce at a rate of knots. Hughes is in the pits now. So Hughes are coming into pit, and so is Scotty Garrick. Those two have not blinked between each other. That is good news. 12-13 seconds, 12-13 seconds. There's nothing between these two. Nick Mallows found himself in 4th after all of that happening between himself. So he is back into 4th place. Scotty Garrick now making himself way out of the pit stop, and so is Nathan Hughes there too. So here they come, ladies and gentlemen. Now they are both... Oh, no, Hughes is on a super soft, and so is Brandon Pierce as he comes through, but so is Elliott. So Andre Elliott is on the soft tyre, McEwen is on a super soft, Scotty Garrick, Nick Mallow and Luke Newing are on super soft tyres, albeit Luke Newings are a lot older than anyone in front. You can see that delta dropping as we see. 1 minute 50s, 1 minute 49 and a halves for Marsden. Nick Mallow 146.8, and that is the difference between softs and dying super softs and then red hot super softs. A good 2-second advantage at least there. Scotty Garrick circulating around now, so he is on super softs as well, as is Alex McEwen, and Andre Elliott, the lone soldier, on softs for now inside the top 10 for the ZB Commodore. So good to see. Good to see it happening between these gentlemen out here in sim racing land. Loving the action, loving calling it. There's a bit of lull in proceedings, which we know what that means. Something's going to happen. It always happens here. Chris Munro will be my evidence confirmer, I guess is what the word would be, on that. And it's all happening because, yeah, with 8-point-something seconds between Marsden and Newing, it's a bit of a gap. 149.5 for Marsden. 151.0 for Luke Newing. He's going to have to come in soon. I think he's trying to get long enough to just pit again, surely. And in comes Brian's cousin. He's in the pits, so he's now lost 4th position, and he's in 6th. And that will be Hughes coming through now to take position 7 off him. And Andre Elliott, I think, will probably come out in 11th or so, maybe 12th. Let's see where he comes out. No, so he's in the pits. He's just stopped, sorry. I was thinking of another person, and in comes McFadden. McFadden is now out in 9th position, so Harley Marshall has got past him, and Jason McFadden now on as fresh set of supers with 13 laps to go. Jeez, that's a long way on super softs, if you ask me, but it can be done, says Jason McFadden. Don't you worry about it. Leave it to me, son. I'll do it. Alex McEwen now is handing the back of Scotty Garrick. This battle is close on track here. It's going to be good to see what it looks like on board. The car behaviour between each other's cars is something to notice. And look at that suckage. Alex McEwen is already fighting the speed limiter button there. 270 odd on the speed limiter. At the top of the gear ratios, just revving their absolute tits off the V8 underneath the hood of that car. And he's doing excellently here. It's fantastic to watch these two go battle. He's going to go down the inside here. Going to get the job done, I would say, here on Scotty Garrick, unless Scotty Garrick doesn't give him enough room. Scotty Garrick hasn't given him enough room yet, and these two are still having a good crack, but I think Alex McEwen's got the job done. Yes, he has. And line of stern racing here into the final two corners here at Calder Park for Scotty Garrick and Alex McEwen. Don't tell me that's oh no, that's Luke Newing coming into the pits. Finally giving up the ghost. 151.9 was his last lap. That was slow. He won't want to be doing that too much here at this point in time. And Scotty Garrick is on the back of Alex McEwen after Alex McEwen just passed him about 400 metres ago. And you can see here the pace difference between the two. But look, let's go on board here. Bit of a lull in proceedings here. Let's go on board here with Stephen Marsden. Turn up the volumes, ladies and gentlemen. It's been a stellar drive here so far from Stephen Marsden. That soft tyre is doing well. He's doing 149 ones, 149 eights, whatever you want. And just circulating nicely here. He's doing a good job. I reckon he's on here for a podium position at least, is Stephen Marsden. Just leading every lap of the race so far. Can't really see anything going wrong unless my strategical brain has lost the plot completely. But turn up the volume. Enjoy a good lap here with Stephen Marsden around Calder Park. Driving there from Stephen Marsden. That was some clean stuff. That's for sure. And he's doing well. He's circulating nicely here, is Stephen Marsden. And I reckon in the speed department, if you've been watching the top left corner of your screen, Nick Mallow in those super soft tyres has bridged that gap significantly on the super soft tyres. He is flying around, albeit some lap traffic in front of him. He is catching Stephen Marsden, our race leader, at a rate of knots. Now, I don't know if Stephen Marsden is going to come in for another pit stop or not, but time will tell. Because I reckon if he's got the soft tyre on, he might just hang out there if he's got enough fuel to do so here for the race win. Because that soft tyre, even though the pace difference is a fair bit, those super soft tyres will die, and they die quick. And they will be doing similar pace at this point in time to what Stephen Marsden is doing. So maybe some hay while the sun shines. I'm not too sure here by Stephen Marsden, but really, really good stuff by him as Bradsky Turby's in the pits now as well. Everyone else behind him, all the way back to James Claypole, is the only runner on a soft tyre. So what are we going to predict here? I'm not too sure. I actually don't really know what's going to happen, but geez Louise, I'll tell you what, if it's anything to go by, we're on for a cracking finish to this race with 10 laps to go. And 3.7 seconds now is the gap between Nick Mallow and Stephen Marsden. Jesus, that is closing at a rate of knots. I don't know what's going to happen here. Put your predictions in the chat. I cannot keep up with all the action happening on track. No, Marsden's in the pits. There he is. So he is pitting now for super soft tyres. Geez, he mustn't have had enough fuel there to keep it going. Look at that beautiful car of mine in front of him. But nonetheless, need for Swede. Yes, he's just pitted for super soft tyres. And that will send him out. He is in 4th position at worst. Unless Nathan Hughes is going to overtake him here coming out of the pits. Or he's Stephen Marsden. This is going to be close between these two. So Nathan Hughes has got some warm tyres on here in the super soft department versus the cold ones of Stephen Marsden. Shit, Steve, you got to defend here, son. He is doing so. These two are on like Donkey Kong here for a positional change. 4th to 5th, if you don't mind. But I think Stephen Marsden's going to hang on here just. Yeah, Nathan Hughes has just run wide there and probably gifted a little bit of time there for Stephen Marsden. And right behind them is Luke Newing as well. Luke Newing's around on the super soft tyres, but those tyres are coming off. 47.9s for him at this moment. 48.4 for Nathan Hughes. Geez, it's going to be on like Donkey Kong here unless Stephen Marsden gathers it up relatively quickly here. But Nick Mallow is now in the lead of the race here, doing 147.7s at the moment. So those super soft tyres are looking good, as is his teammates behind him. 46.7s, 46.9 in Alex McEwen. 1-2 at the moment here for Project 4. Scotty Garrick in Pro Sim Centre. That is an absolute rip-snort of a drive here from him. He is in the podium positions, if you don't mind. Is Stephen Marsden going to catch him with 12 seconds to go and 8 laps to do it in? I don't know. I'm not too sure what's going to happen here in that in the strategic department. But Nathan Hughes isn't letting go of Stephen Marsden. He's actually going for a move down the inside. Here's Nathan Hughes, and they're bumping doors, and that is job done for Nathan Hughes on Stephen Marsden. I don't think Steve saw that coming. I think Steve thought he had 4th position wrapped up there. Oh, no, not if Nathan Hughes goes a bit wide there and does any more of that. Stephen Marsden will be looking to get any sort of advantage that he can over Nathan Hughes. And quick, smart. He didn't find himself in 5th position, I reckon, Steve, after that pit stop. And Nathan Hughes, nonetheless, is in 4th. And Garrick's in the pits and Nick Mallow are in the pits. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. But Nick Mallow has come out in front so far of Stephen Marsden and Nathan Hughes. So I reckon this could be on for the lead of the race, unless Alex McEwen has something to say about it in the strategical department. Here is Stephen Marsden. He's going to get the job done here, I would say, on Nathan Hughes. Down the inside, under braking, are the two of them. They both turn in at the same time, but now Stephen Marsden has got past Nathan Hughes for 3rd position, effectively on the podium in the Marsden household. That will be a party and a half. Don't you worry about that. If he keeps it there, that is for sure. Nick Mallow, though, 3 seconds down the road from Stephen Marsden, and now on the same tyre strategy. Alex McEwen is 14, nearly 17 seconds in front of Stephen Marsden. So is it going to be maybe a change here? I don't know. Between this driver and Mallow and Marsden, or Hughes for that matter, and Newing too. Luke Newing is probably at the end of the life of those super softs at the moment. Last lap was a 49.6, unless that was to do with the battling. with everyone in front of him. I'm not too sure, but Stephen Marsden is on for a 48.4. Nick Mallow is going to come around because he just came out of the pits. We'll see where that puts him. A 47.9 here for Alex McEwen. Those super soft tyres are still on, but no, in comes McEwen into the pits. So that is job done for Alex McEwen. He will get overtaken and probably go back down to 6th, I reckon, unless Luke Newing comes into the pits at this stage. I'm not too sure. Marsden just galloped away from Nathan Hughes. Thank you, Mother for the Rabbits, in 3rd position, has that. And now Nathan Hughes is in the pits, so Hughes is out. Newing is going to go into 4th place. Where is Alex McEwen? He is coming out of the pits now, but he's going to lose it to Marsden, and he's going to lose it to Newing too. So Alex McEwen now in 4th, but Newing is on old super soft tyres, and I don't think they're going to get the distance, but we hope for Spearing Newing it is. And Marsden now is looking to get a gap back on Mallow, but I don't see that happening. Mallow's actually bridged the gap on him half a second on that last lap. And look at this. This is a good battle here too. Claypole and Pearce doing their best impersonations here of a fair and clean battle in the AK Racing Driving Standards Department. And there goes James Claypole, overtook by Brandon Pearce for 9th and 8th respectively. And Brandon Pearce has got that job done. The iron rod has come a proper. And nearly again there too. But look out, Harley Marshall behind them, looking to recover any sort of points that he can tonight to keep 2nd place in that championship. He's going to do so, and he's just going to go down the inside here. Very cheeky under brakes there. Nearly clobbered the side of the Pringles Mustang and Claypole. But he didn't get that job done there for now. Let's allow Brandon Pearce to release off him. And these two guys are going hammer and tongue. Oh, no, they've touched each other. And that is not where you want to be, ladies and gentlemen. Claypole is in the wall again, and so is Marshall. And Claypole probably got the position done, and oh no, steering damage for the iron rod. That is job done for him. I'm not too sure what he's going to be able to do there. He can't teleport to pits. So this is probably going to bring out a safety car, ladies and gentlemen, unless the race director thinks that it's going to be, that's it. He's far enough out of the way, but James Claypole cannot move. He cannot move. What is going to happen here? Oh, and he's teleported to pits. So I would say that is no safety car needed for the time being. Stephen Marsden would have been praying to the high hills if he saw that happen in his rearview mirror, that there was a safety car. But at this rate, there is not. So line astern racing again. We are still going here for the final 5 laps of the race here at Calder Park. McFadden's in the pits, so he's just coming in now for his final pit stop of the race. Nathan Hughes is 3-2-1 behind him. Done. Pearso is 14 seconds behind him. Pearso's even got some damage there too. So his right hand down, but McFadden has lost the position to him. Where is Jesse Marshall? There he is, and he has come out in front of Brian's cousin as well. So Brian's cousin now coming out of the pits in 9th position. Matt Cotter has also taken his position off him too, and find himself in 9th position after being basically last. Matt Cotter has had an absolute stellar recovery drive. I haven't called much of him because he was done and dusted in the first 4 laps or so of this race. Not so much for his teammate, Pascal Hine. Pascal Hine still sitting at 21st after all of that, but Cotter doing the job here for Centre Defend Motorsport in the team battle. And I just can't see this guy getting beaten tonight here into the final race anyway. He has bridged the gap to Stephen Marsden, and Luke Newing also doing a fantastic job. Geez, he's found himself in 3rd place and going around nicely. 47.8s, mid-47s at race pace is good, but what is Alex McEwen doing? Alex McEwen, his best is a 45.9, but doing 46.9s as predicted here for this. So 3rd and 4th is not done and dusted here, ladies and gentlemen. It's not done and dusted at all. Neither will Scotty Garrick want that done and dusted either. He's setting a PB here. He's going to do a best lap of the race here by a good 10th or so by the time he crosses the line. That is a cracking job from him. 146.622 for Scotty Garrick. So he has found some pace here, and he's got the 3/10 on Alex McEwen there. Has Alex McEwen got some steering damage? Oh, no, I don't think so. Maybe some aero damage there from him, but Scotty Garrick has got no issues with that Pro Sim Centre Volvo. Absolutely flying around here tonight is himself, doing a very, very good job in 5th place so far. Brian's cousin got passed by Cotter, and Cotter hasn't really bridged the gap there too far yet in a lap, so maybe some line battling here, just mirroring each other's lines here is Jason McFadden. But top 10 nonetheless is good for him, and he will probably keep that top 10 position because Andre Elliott's just come into the pits and relieved himself of that because Ferguson is another 18 seconds behind McFadden. McFadden's not letting go of Cotter, not by any stretch of the imagination. These two are having a really, really good crack here in the dying moments of the race. I think it's going to sort of fizzle out here. Not sure we can see any other action unless Alex McEwen and Spewing Newing can have anything to do with that. The final podium position in the 29 lap here at Albert Park. Wowee, you can't pick it. You cannot pick it at all. And oh no, here comes Luke Newing. He's blocked Alex McEwen there very aggressively. That was some proper driving there, but it is all over here for Luke Newing. I think he's come a cropper with those super soft tyres. They're screaming for absolute hell on leather here. Luke Newing going super defensive, and that's allowed Scotty Garrick in behind these two to go. Oh, battle left, right, and centre. Scotty Garrick is probably going to look at this and go, geez, you guys, hopefully you guys can come a cropper here. Look at that for a view. Luke Newing and Alex McEwen not giving each other any room whatsoever. Alex McEwen's got the job done so far. And Scotty Garrick's nearly lost it, trying to avoid Luke Newing, but Luke Newing's come well a proper there, and that is job done there for Scotty Garrick on Luke Newing. Luke Newing's going to have to settle for 5th because Nathan Hughes behind him is a good 25 seconds down the road. So Luke Newing in 5th place. Still, he'd be happy with that, I would say, at this point in time. We wish he would probably kick that 3rd position, but those super softs are crying. And it was just a matter of time for Luke Newing. He couldn't keep them going. That was what was going to happen. And Scotty Garrick finds himself in 4th position for Pro Sim Centre. What a well-driven event tonight for him. Full hats off to him, that's for sure, here at Simsational TV. Round of applause, if you don't mind, for Scotty Garrick. Nick Mallow, though, just showing where his real pace is. Once again, get clear track. Stephen Marsden in 2nd place. Alex McEwen trying to hunt him down in 3rd with 4-second gap between him. That is Clayton Waters, if you don't mind. Clayton Waters getting out of the way of everyone in Sundry. 3.8 seconds with 4 laps to go. I don't think that gap's going to come any closer. Stephen Marsden's going to be absolutely overjoyed, I would say. Probably a little bit disappointed at the same time he couldn't keep first in the strategical department, but overjoyed that he is in 2nd place for tonight for Rolling Moose Racing, doing the job there because his teammate Andrew Ferguson just got caught up in all the things you don't want to get caught up in tonight, and finds himself running a bit wide there, and Rolling Moose Racing with 2nd and 11th in the team championship still will do wonders to their points tally at this stage. But yeah, it's been a hell of a race here. All the races really have just given us everything in one. Events, action, side drafting, slipstreaming, undertakes, overtakes, whatever you want. Undercuts, overcuts in the pit lane battle. But look at this though. What's happened to Marsden? Marsden is battling here. Alex McEwen, I've commentator cursed either one of them, I don't know. But great or not sort of stuff here at this point in time. I reckon Stephen Marsden's had a bit of a stuff up somewhere. Those super soft tyres are pretty fresh on Stephen Marsden's car, but yeah, look at that, predicted 48.8. So Stephen Marsden, an unforced error from himself, feeling the pressure now from Alex McEwen. He's only 1.2 seconds behind him. That Volvo is getting ever closer for Alex McEwen. And as yellow as it is, it stands out like a dog's dick. At any race event does that yellow Volvo. Very, very good sponsorship, but looking to bridge the gap. He's found 2/10 on Stephen Marsden here within a matter of a corner and a half. So Stephen Marsden battling 49.08 predicted lap, 46.2 for Alex McEwen. That is flying. Oh no, Stephen Marsden probably going to find himself down. Oh no, Luke Newing's had to come a cropper there in the cutting department. He's gone outside the track limits too much this race and has to do a drive-through. So Newing from 5th. Geez, he might just be able to keep 5th there with Hughesy behind him in 20 seconds down. But McEwen now looking at Stephen Marsden's yellow Volvo and thinking, I'm coming for you here, champ. With last lap, or second last lap, now on the board. Look at that suckage. Is Stephen Marsden going to give any defensive? No. He's just going to say, you can have that position, champ. Go aboard and get Mallow if you can, which I don't think you can. But that is P2 for Alex McEwen. for the evening. And Stephen Marsden's going to have to settle for third here. I hope Scotty Garrick sees that and thinks, geez, I'm in for a bit of luck here, but only a lap and a half really to do it. 48 threes, 48 twos, whatever you want. They're both lapping at the same sort of pace. Oh no, Scotty Garrick's come off. He's come wide there. So that is job done for Stephen Marsden. He's going to hold on to third here for tonight. Where else are we looking? Is there any battles down here? McFadden's a second away from, where is he? From Harley Marshall. Harley Marshall there is having a good recovery drive tonight. Second in the championship for him in 8. That'll give him some points at least to maybe keep that position from himself. Unless Stephen Marsden will do it, that is going to be a cracking points battle by the next round. Everyone sort of petered out a bit here. Nonetheless, Nick Mallow, stonking drive. Absolute stellar drive from him. Done everything right that he possibly could. Stayed out of carnage wherever it was going to happen. And find himself a good 10 seconds up the road from his teammate, Alex McEwen. So massive points haul here for Nick Mallow tonight and Alex McEwen in Project 4 over the Rolling Moose Racing in Stephen Marsden and Andrew Ferguson, respectively. Jeez, it's been good racing. McFadden now is all over the back of Harley Marshall. This is a good battle. This could be on here. I reckon these two are going to have a good crack here for the last lap of the race. That is going to be some good stuff here. Only 2 tenths between the both of them. What's the car behaviour like here between these two? Looks like Harley Marshall's car just running a bit wide there and both braking at the same time. Harley Marshall very deep on the brakes there, gets it pulled up nicely. Just misses the apex a little bit, does Harley Marshall. That's given a little bit of an advantage to Jason McFadden here. Geez, very early on the brake, so bit of confidence there for Jason McFadden. He's going to go for the move up the inside. He is too. Oh, the bang doors! And that's got, oh no, Harley Marshall nearly got done over there, but Jason McFadden a bit optimistic for the last lap of the race coming up now. That is a gap that won't come down in a hurry. Where is Nick Mallow? He's on the other side of the track, just circulating around beautifully there for Nick Mallow. What a drive from him. Geez, it's good stuff to see. He's absolutely on the rev limiter there. Brakes early, 4th gear, feeds it into 3rd. Gets the car pointed in nicely. He is on the back here, I think, of Smith in front of him to nearly lap him. Maybe Shags will just go, I've had enough tonight in 14th position and let him by. I don't think so. I think he's going to go around one more time Daft Punk style. We'll see what's going on. Nick Mallow, though, drive of the night here in race 3 and the final one for the evening here at Simsational TV, AK Racing. He wasn't any slouch yet. There goes Shaggy Smith. And Nick Mallow is going to round the final corner. Bit of la-di-da stuff. Power sliding action for Nick Mallow. Well done tonight. Job done for him. He is going to cross the line here in first position to take the chockies for race 3 and extend his championship advantage for the time being over anyone who wanted to come close to him. Alex McEwen now, his teammate, finishes in 2nd. Stephen Marsden, take a bow. Final place of the podiums for him. That is going to be a good one. Stick around, ladies and gentlemen, because we're going to have the drivers in Mumble for the interviews for post-race for Nick Mallow, Alex McEwen and Stephen Marsden. Scotty Garrick, a gallant 4th position for him. He'll be absolutely stoked. Newing has found himself in 5th after pitting. Still well done to yourself, Luke Newing. Computer carked it in race 2, sending him into the DNF department, and he has come through and finished in 5th. Brandon Pierce now will cross the line in a gallant 6th place for Ben's Racing Division. That is a good job for him. Nathan Hughes as well, take a bow. 7th place for you. Harley Marshall and McFadden nearly going for a photo finish here at the line, but just gets the jockeys over Brian's cousin, does Harley Marshall. And there he is Brian's cousin. Matt Cotter rounds himself out 10th place for Matt Cotter. What could have been race for himself and his teammate Pascal Hine. Andre Elliott rounding the final turn now for the event and the final one here at AK Racing for tonight. Bit of weaving action there. Well done, Andre. Beautiful stuff there to find himself in 11th. Andrew Ferguson, what could have been for him in 12th place for Rolling Moose Racing. Stephen Marsden in 3rd place, him in 12th. Still some good points haul there. Bradsky Turby, look at that. Tokyo Drift style. Is he going to keep it together? He's going to have to hold on to there because Shaggy Smith is behind him. Oh, he was a lap down, so he's already finished. So Bradsky Turby's guaranteed 13th. no matter what he does here, unless Pascal Hine has anything to do about it. Where's Pascal Hine? He has come through. He was a lap down. So Bradsky Turby in 13th will cross the line there. Shaggy Smith in 14th. Marshall in 15th. Guy Duff in 16th. Nielsen in 17th. Hine in 18th. Jimmy Fallon in 19th. Claypole in 20th. And Waters in 21st. And Lachlan Grant DNF'd. Ah, geez. What a fantastic event tonight. It sprung everything up. You couldn't ask for any better racing. Where are these guys at? They're not even going to get back to the podium positions, I don't think, before the timer runs out, or are they? They've got to get back to the podium boards here. Don't know where, what's his name in Nick Mallow was. There he is, doing a celebratory burnout. Well deserved, doing his best impression, trying to keep that car on the circuit with those super hot red tyres. But that is your race winner for tonight, ladies and gentlemen, for the final round of the evening. And yep, he cannot keep that thing together. He has fried the tyres, something chronic there, has Nick Mallow. Let's have a look, see if Alex McEwen's made his way back to the pits. He's going to do some, going to do his best impression there of Ken Block's Gymkhana. Stephen Marsden just gallantly sitting there in third place. Well done to him. Let's see if we can get a better view of his car. That is a fantastic job by him. Nonetheless, in the department of sim racing, well done, sir. That is a good-looking car. And let's have a look and see what we can do. F6, let's get there. He's going to sit back there. Beautifully done. Nick Mallow's just finding himself now into the pits. Alex McEwen in second. Nick Mallow has come through and going to take the chockies. Well done to everyone tonight. But stick around because we're going to get some post-race interviews happening here in the chat with everyone involved as Nick Mallow just makes his way slowly up to that number one board there. That was some fantastic stuff. Let's get to it. We'll crack our way up into the drivers' post-race interviews. We'll get Stephen Marsden in here. We'll get Stephen Marsden in here. Where else? We'll get where is he? Where is our man? Alex McEwen. There he is. Let's get Nick Mallow as well in here as well. Gentlemen, let's start with the race winner tonight. Nick Mallow, well done to you, sir. That was some stellar work there in the strategical department, but also avoiding some of the carnage at the same stage. Tell us, how'd you get on top, and what did you do differently to Alex McEwen in strategical department tonight? Just can't hear you boys at the moment. I'm going to change some setting, see what comes out. Give me 1 second. Let's see if that works. Check 1 2. No, still can't hear you, gentlemen. Sorry about this, ladies and gentlemen, on the stream. Just waiting for everyone to come through. I'm having trouble here getting anyone to speak. I'm not sure if they can hear me or not. Let's try that one for now. Have we got anyone with us? Technical difficulties, ladies and gentlemen. Bear with us, ladies and gentlemen. Matthew Richards, can you hear me? He can't even hear me either. Oh, this is disaster. This is absolute ad nauseum. The mumble has decided to stuff up on me. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm so sorry about this, but our top 3 race interviewers for tonight in Marsden, Mallow, McEwen, in no particular order, are our winners for tonight and podium getters. Gentlemen, I cannot get the settings to work here for some reason. My computer is just not doing what I want it to do tonight, so I'm going to have to skip the post-race interviews, but well done to you all. It has been trials and tribulations tonight for the lot of yous, and love hearing it from you guys at some stage. Might get you on for the pre-race for next round, just to give us a spell about what you thought was happening there in Sundry with everyone else involved. But nonetheless, keep it as it is. I'm going to get going here at Simsational TV, but before we do, our next round is going to be at the one and the only, if you don't mind, ladies and gentlemen, Road America. It's a 2-hour enduro coming up, and we will be absolutely frothing that here at Simsational TV in the V8 Supercars. So stick around for that in 2 weeks' time. But in a week's time, not even a week's time, in 3 days' time, Wednesday Cup's going to be back. And we're at Toyota 86, and we are coming live to you. I'm pretty sure it's from Alton Park. I'll just triple check that to see what is going on. No, it's from Knockhill at the Wednesday Cup, and the Toyota 86 is from 8:30 p.m. on Wednesday night. So come and join us with Simsational TV as well there for everyone else in Sundry for that broadcast. Hopefully Chris Munro will be back for that. But nonetheless, thank you very much for your company tonight here at Simsational TV land. Sorry about the technical difficulties at the start and the end of the stream. We will get onto that later on in the week. Nonetheless, bless you a good week and a great week in racing. And as always here at Simsational TV, give us a like, give us a subscribe, and also leave a comment or two if you like on the video, and join AK Racing's Discord. It's there on the screen. Follow that code there on the top right-hand side of your corner under the Simsational TV logo to join this community if you do wish to. So we'll be that as it may. I'm Zach O'Reilly, and I always will be, signing off for tonight here at Simsational TV. See you on Wednesday night for the Wednesday Cup. But for now,